Alrighty, looks like we're set. Hello and welcome everyone. Here is Andy. Here's our bonfire. We should think of some alternative names if I'm to be called Andrew Navigational Aid Infrastructure. Then it should be not welcome to our bonfire, but please feel like home at our humble warmth generating chemical reaction. I don't know, like something like that. Anyway, we are back to Arcanum part 6, and I'm gonna open the game and load where we stopped last time. It is actually quite an interesting moment. The moment when we are to help the fine town of Ashbury with their predicament about the statue placement, and let's talk to the man outside. You must be new in town. I don't believe I've had the pleasure of your introduction. Hey, I'm Bilbo. Glad to meet you. He seems distracted for a moment before responding. It's a pleasure to meet you, Bilbo. I'm Chester Miller, the mayor of Ashbury. You seem distressed, sir. May I ask what may be the matter? A planning meeting is being held to discuss the building of a monument to Lord Bettington, the greatest man ever to come out of Ashbury. We are very particular folk around here. If we do something, we try to do it right. Please tell me more. The problem is that everyone is arguing with each other about what to do. As mayor, I have to find the solution that pleases everybody. He shakes his head. It is impossible. Please continue. I'm always fascinated with local politics. Some people want the monument in the center of town, others want it near the entrance, and nobody knows how we will pay for it. Furthermore, there aren't any local craftsmen up to the task of building the darn thing if we could pay. Is there anything I might do to help? You know, talking with you just now has given me an idea. It has. Yes, if you could talk to the crowd, draw them out while I take notes, be an outsider, you could suggest things that I would never dare. If it works out and you can get them to agree or something, then I'm the mayor and you were working for me. If it doesn't work out, we can always say that you were obviously misinformed. Yes, this sounds like quite the intriguing proposition. I will do it. Excellent. Follow me into the town hall. Once we get there, just go right on up to the podium and begin taking questions from the crowd. After the meeting is over, we can speak again. I'm ready. Let us proceed to the meeting. Yeah, one of the most interesting quests in the game. Why should we build a monument in the first place? That's what I want to know. Can you give us one good reason why we should build this thing? Well, it is right and fitting that Ashbury should honor its heroes. Bravo! Bravo! Hooray, capital astounding, so people are reacting well. There have been lots of suggestions about where to put the monument. An improvement might be tastefully accomplished, but we are evenly split between two groups. The first group says that it should go in the town square, the other says it should go near the town entrance. What is your comment? Conduct a design contest and vote for the best design. Capital, brilliant, astounding, bravo, capital. Liked that too. And where do you propose that we get the money? How can the people of Ashbury afford such a luxury? I ask you for your proposal. An issue of municipal bonds would easily raise the funds. Capital, bravo, capital, brilliant, astounding. We don't have local artists talented enough to make a fine statue, so there is argument about who should receive our commission. If we cannot agree on the sculptures, sculptors, then the project cannot proceed. Who would you recommend? If it were up to me, I would hire the finest craftsman from Toronto who will bid the project competitively and take the lowest bidder. No, I think the finest craftsman from Toronto. Astounding, astounding, brilliant, brilliant, hip hip hooray. Since the monument is going to be displayed outside, what materials do you suggest using? What kind of statue should we build? Steel alloy statue, a simple statue like all the others. A durable bronze statue, weather treated on the granite base. Let's go with a delicate marble statue. They didn't like it. They didn't like it. Okay. I made a mistake here. Let me quit. Let me load. Probably it should be weather resistant then. Let's go quickly. So, it's right and fitting that Ashbury should respect its heroes, then conduct a design contest. Municipal bonds. Finest craftsman from Toronto. And how about weather-treated statue? Yeah, they like that too. Finally, wish to honor Ashbury's greatest son, Oliver Bettington, with our monument. However, there is no agreement for the epitaph. Oliver was a great speaker and one of his quotations would make the perfect epitaph. Which quote do you suggest we use? Take an inch and you have a mile, just one option. They like that too. So the meeting is concluded. Looks like we've nailed it, right? Half ogre guard. No noble. It's a pleasure to meet you. How do you do? So, sir, what do you think? Congratulations, old boy. You have far exceeded my expectations. I've never seen anyone with the gift of oratory that you have. Thanks to your commendable performance, the good folk of Ashbury heartily support building a monument. There is still much work to be done, so I suppose I'll be on my way. Good day, sir. It was but a trifle, sir. I'm pleased to have been of service. I saw your speech at the town hall, rousing. It's a long time we got the monument built. Have you heard anything interesting? William Thorndop, any news? Malachi Wrench's castle up North Ashbury is haunted. Old adventurer passing through here the other day. I don't know what he found. The coordinates 617 west, 528 south. Well, that's now getting interesting. I'm gonna write those down. 117 W, 528 south. I'm gonna check that in a moment or two. Then, my sincere thanks. Anything else? Have you heard of the ancient shipwreck meant to be a short ways up the coast from here? Many have tried to find it, but few have returned from the attempt. Oh, shipwreck, of course. Anything special? Zombies around the graveyard? Yes, I remember that too. Nothing useful to tell. Right. Good day. So we probably are now, famous in Ashbury because of your rousing speech that enabled the townspeople of Ashbury to finally build their monument. You find the people there to be friendlier to you. That's just fascinating. Let's do a few more little things here and there. For instance, we have that stone problem. And what about shooting? Can I? Oh, yes, I can. I can do the quest with shooting also and become the master of this weapon. But have I hit the tavern already? I think I have not. Sir? Do you know, friend? No. Somebody just died because it's an assassin. Well, the robe. I like the robe. I seriously recommend you apologize to me. Fine, it's your death. Scroll of poison, scroll of coal, air, elemental, wine. Oh, look at that. So it's just, I think we should actually first talk to people in the bar, because then they will get spooked and will refuse to talk for many a day. What have you heard? Tell you the story? No. I just need your coins, and that's it. That's all I need. So I just want to guess your riddle. Let's load. Didn't work out. Didn't work out. Yeah. If a man wanted to be a mage, that's Tala. 500 coins go my way. Goes my way, rather. Actually, it's interesting. So, like, $100 goes my way, definitely, but would it be 500 coins go or goes? Interesting. I'll wait for some natives to hop on the stream and ask them which sounds better. Departing, okay, that is, as always, taking some time, but a few thousand definitely are worth my time. Yeah, what clan does the king of the dwarves belong to? The Wheel clan. Yeah, that's right. Next, sir. Just enjoy my drink. So that's an NPC that definitely can give us a riddle. That can give us a riddle. The Magical College of Conveyance deals with movement of things, yes. I pressed F9, can I pressed F9, then I pressed F7, so yeah, I did save the game after all. If I was feeling a little under the weather, which technological discipline would be most helpful? Well, therapeutics, herbology. Yeah, I thought that it could be herbology, rather. Oh, come on. Now I'll have to be loading. Save's coming. Because I got it wrong. Too bad. I had my chances to not spend ages on this. But now I will have to. Well, no biggie. The stream just started and we can wait for people to join. Yes, I'm the only survivor, but that will give us, I think, what, 50 coins they spare, or a drink, or a kiss, if it's a lady. Which of these is not a technological discipline? Biology. It's not one of the disciplines. Ma'am, okay, that's another one that already has earned us 2,000 coins, so why not we continue? Who would be least welcome in Tola? Dwarven technologist, of course, obviously. And you, sir? Oh, this is another agent. Who would have thought there are two? Really, there are two agents of the Malokian Hand in Ashbury. Fascinating. What's he doing? Sir. I'm not sure what he did, but that definitely was interesting. Anyway, so we just... ooh, why is he blue? Well, that was, as I said, interesting. Let's go get rid of the items that we've acquired, except for Scroll of Coal Air Elemental. That's interesting. Poison Vapors. That's also quite an interesting one. Shall we barter? What do they cost? Ooh, they're mightily expensive, those are. Actually. Trashy stuff I don't need, though. I also would like to get the Dorian Amulet. Magic resistance. Plus 40. To Gar, for instance. Why not? And hit chance. Wait, where are the speed potions? They aren't anywhere to be found. Okay. Ah? What? What just... Why were we attacked by a guard? I did nothing. Now that's interesting. Interesting, weird. Guys, please. Let me loot him, please. Now this one. Please don't kill me. No one is going to kill anyone. Talk to me, you idiot. Come on, you're Malocan Hand Agent. Why are you even covering? Sir. Oh, and now... Okay. Ashbury guard attacked us. Why? Was he caught in friendly fire? What's the matter? What? I don't get it. Or is that some scripted guard or whatever? Why would they hit a guard? And where does he come from even? Amiable? I will not tolerate such a thing in my fine establishment. What thing? What thing are you talking about? Okay. This time I wasn't plagued by any guards. Why did he attack us? I really don't get it. He attacked us himself. That's just weird, but fine, I suppose. Maybe it's just a bug. What is barter? No, for real. I have no idea what's going on, but okay. Gar, this one is for you. Yeah, some defense, some daggers. I hope guards stop assaulting me out of nowhere. It's just unbecoming completely. There is prison here. Sir? Some questions. Training for an apprentice. No. Human villager. You're who? Let me ask a question. I was wondering why you were in here. Some fool insulted me down at the pub. I was teaching him some manners when the damnable guards busted in and hauled me away. If they would have just left me a few more minutes, I would have taught the yokel a lesson he'd surely never forget. He motions with his hands as if stabbing someone through his back. Oh my. Leave me be. Ask some questions. So, a lot of guards. And this one is... I was wondering why you were in here. Let's just say that sometimes my fingers have a mind of their own when it comes to other people's belongings. I see. Now what? Now the quest with heavy stones, with heavy lifting. Sir, ask your name. My name is Bilbo. I don't particularly like conversing with inferior races. So that's just Arcanum being casually racist, and what makes it even funnier that we are also a gnome. Maybe that's a halfling, so yeah, maybe that's why. Anyway, my name is Bilbo. Well, what do you want, Bilbo? What is the Isle of Despair? You mean island? All that water. Yeah, do you have a job I could do? I got one small problem, I just can't seem to take care of it. Maybe you could. What's that? I spend every day here plowing, planting, picking, working the land I love, and a while back some wild pigs moved into the area. No matter what I do, I can't seem to get rid of them, and those critters are really starting to damage my crops. Those pigs are just too wily for me. And think you can get rid of a few pigs, I'll pay you. I'm not sure, I'm not one for unwarranted violence. Well, I didn't take you for the squeamish type. I guess I'm gonna have to take care of it myself. Oh, maybe you have something else? No, okay. So, pigs, I just, you know, don't really want to kill. It's a bit below the line here. I need to delete the bot message from my Twitch account and ban the creature. Yeah, so, and that means that the stones cannot also be moved, because that's the next quest that he gives. Pity, but what can you do? So that will have to be ignored, this quest. I'm gonna give Virgil those 2 scrolls. Magic is interesting. I'm not gonna probably use those ever, but let's trade. I'm gonna get this potion of haste, sell the wine bottles. This Kadura stem, unfortunately, it cannot be sold. This man here will be our teacher for shooting. Huh? Kill the 3 wild pigs that keep eating your bright star's corn crop. Where are they, anyway? They're not on the map, even. Oh, those ones. I mean, killing sounds extreme. No, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna kill some bloodthirsty maniacs, though. Halcyon's peace to you, brother. Greet you in goodness. Might I ask your name? I'm William Thorndop. Ooh, you are the firearms master. Can you train me? That was once my title, but since joining the order, it is no longer a part of my life. Order? What order? I'm a member of the Halcyon Order. We're a peaceful, non-violent sect. I haven't heard of your order. Can you tell me more? It would be my pleasure. The Halcyon Order is a small movement and our belief system is simple. We focus on the truth that all sentient beings are created to dwell together in peace and harmony. Violence, anger, deception, greed, all those things are foreign to our true pacifistic nature and should be avoided at all costs. We're a peaceable group. Not many like that these days. The Halcyon Order believes that a peaceful being dwells deep within each individual. One needs only simplify and calm their life to allow its emergence. My life was once violent and full of greed and deception, but when I gave penance and simplified my life, my own Halcyon emerged. You gave penance for what? I was once quite a menace. For many years I cared for none but myself, living each day through greed, gluttony, and violence. At one time I was the best you could find with a gun or a weapon, and sadly I loved to prove that I was the best. At one time, what happened? As penance for my sins, and to ensure I never harmed another, I removed my ability to fire a weapon. He shows you his hands. Each has had the index and center digits removed. How did you manage to do that to yourself? My brothers in the order were kind enough to assist me with the removal. They ensured the knives were not overly sharp so that through my penance I would feel the pain of those I had hurt. I've been at peace since their removal. Oh. But that's man, anyone as sick as you needs to die, is one reply. Your order seems quite harsh. I am sorry that you are disturbed by my actions. Please be at peace. Well, goodbye, sir. So, I have a question. Again, I need training. As you can plainly see, it's not even possible for me to train you in firearms usage. Once again, he displays his mutilated hands so that you may see their damage. Don't you think it was a bit extreme? Help me, help me, help me, says halfling villager. Help! William, you've got to help me. Calm down a moment. What seems to be the trouble? It's my wife. They've taken her. Please, you must save her. Who has her? Where? The Willenbecker gang, directed towards Thorndrop. They've found you, William. Who? Who's found him? What are you going on about? Here, they gave me the letter to deliver to William. Directs towards you both. You must save her. Let me see that letter. Thorndrop, have searched far to locate you. Coward. Now is time to pay for your evil deeds. You took the life of my brother. I shall take yours. Come to the old barn outside of town. The time of your atonement has come. If you choose to ignore me, the woman dies. Jessup, Willenbecker. So, listen to this, Thorndop. Read the letter aloud. No. What are we to do? Edward Willenbecker and his gang are one of the toughest groups of gunfighters that have ever existed. What do they want with you? I was drunk. His brother Daryl came sauntering up to me and challenged me to shoot out. He was so cocky and full of himself. He even went so far as to throw a drink in my face. That did it. I was so angry I just whipped out my pistol and shot him down where he stood. Well, I see. So much for a fair fight. Poor kid never had a chance, looking tormented. The worst part was when I sobered up, I discovered he was just a kid. Guess he thought he'd make himself a name by taking me out. Probably figured I'd be an easy target drunk. What a fool. So you've been running from Edward ever since? No, I've had no idea they were looking for me. I couldn't live with myself after Daryl's death. I became tormented, tortured, more drunk, more violent with each passing day. I can understand how that would affect you. The brothers of the House and Order found me passed out in front of their monastery. They took me in, sobered me up, and showed me the true path to redemption and peace. I guess Willem Becker didn't think to look for me in a monastery. Yeah, I guess that wouldn't be the first place they would check. Hey, Mikado Meraki, 5910, welcome to the channel, I suppose. Wait, what am I saying? Michal, that's you, I suppose. It's just... Have you changed your nickname? It's Demiratsky, of course. But were you... Am I forgetting something? I thought your name was spelled differently. I mean, half a year passed since we last talked, so I probably could have forgotten, but Yeah, that's definitely you, I see that, but have you changed your nickname? Or it was the same when you wrote back then? I think you had your full name on your YouTube whatever tag. Yeah, I think it was spelled differently, and that's why maybe I just remember wrong. So to change it somehow strange. Yeah, so that's why I was first confused, and yeah, greetings to you, man. I am really happy to see you back. How are you? How has life been? In the meantime, we'll proceed. So I guess that wouldn't be the first place they would check, but what am I going to do? Willem Becker will never feel satisfied. Just kill me now. His revenge won't be slated. He'll kill Mrs. Roland for sure. I could save her. You? Well, you're a firearms expert, are you not? You may be able to beat them. I'm not sure though. They're a tough group. You would have to kill them all for it. You would have to kill all of them for it to end. A look of horror spreading across his face as he realizes what he just said. I'll do it, but you must agree to train me if I succeed. Training? I can't even hold a weapon, nor am I allowed to assist violence. Well, then I guess Mrs. Roland will die. One more for your conscience. No, please, appears to think for a moment, looking extremely tormented. I cannot have the death of another on my hands. I just could not bear it. Please, I need your help. Well, I'm sorry to have to do this to you, but I must insist on training. His dilemma is apparent in the panic of his face, but my vows, are they worth more than her innocent life? I'll agree to your terms. He appears broken. A tear rolls down his cheek. Go, save her. If you succeed, I will train you. You've made the better choice, you will see. Or I can say crazy fanatics, I'll go for you. Yeah, so you will see, it will be okay. I have a new obsession, Age of Empires 3. What a beautiful game. Oh, I think I played it for an hour or two back when it was just released. Yeah. Now, this mission ain't easy because we have to save the lady before... before she's slaughtered. Fucking hell. That it? Oh, I lost consciousness because I was running too much, I suppose, and took a few hits. She literally He just killed my companion. I thought somebody ran in that direction. Let me create a just in case saving, because it's a dangerous spot here. So we, guys, run in quickly. She cannot die. Of course. Now she died. Now she died. We were too slow. I'm gonna administer the speed potion. Careful. Did she survive? I did not survive this time. Oh gosh, the first one. Maybe I should have proceeded with that first iteration because there she survived and we lost one person. I think it was Virgil who died. Careful now. Careful now. Open the door. Run out. Did she leave? Did she leave? No, she did not. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. And we are too slow to get there in time, it looks like. How did she... Stop, you freaking ogre. Oh, this time she leave, but don't die. Don't die. She stood up, actually. Herself. Run, Rin. Run, 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 run.
Of course.
She survived. She actually joined the fight. Gar.
Yes, sir.
What's your problem? You've picked up a stone. Are you serious? And Magnus has picked up the stone. They've literally picked up stones.
Yes, sir.
Are you freaking insane?
How can I?
So I had two people
Of course, sir.
absent from the fight because they picked up stones.
Of course, sir. Yes, sir.
You see that?
Of course, sir.
I'm speechless.
Of course, sir.
I'm just speechless. They literally just picked up those heavy stones. I mean, I expected something like that from them, but I hoped they wouldn't. Oh, look, Gar actually put on this machined plate mail, which is even a stronger piece of armor, right? Let's give him the guns and the armor pieces. There's no room for that item. Give me this. There is absolutely room for those swords and even that armor. Now, if I take this one and give him this, 72 versus 84. I'm not sure why he switches, to be honest.
What is it?
Virgil. Machined plate mail. This is the one that I wanted to produce, right? Damage reduction 36. Damage reduction 20. Armor class 19. Armor class 30. Fire resistance. And this NP again. NP, I, for the life of me, cannot remember what that stands for. Anyway, Sog, please hold this one for me. Machined plate mail. Very interesting. Machine plate mail doesn't even have the same damage reduction as basic plate mail, so because it's not the thing. It's not the thing. It's something different. It's probably from the engineering From the engineering development tree, no. Elite plate mail. Featherweight chain. Elite plate mail. Funny. Then who makes that thing? Machined plate mail. Because I remember the one that I want to craft is a different one. A different one. Huh. Alrighty. Hunting rifle. Where do you get the hunting rifle from, Jaina? Did someone drop it on the floor and you picked it up? Apparently so. Those, my lads are hell of a fast, you know, at their debauchery and taking things that they should not be taken. Where is the dwarf, though? The husband. I did not see the husband, but I suppose I can talk to Torndop. Sir, I've done a few as you asked of me. Very simple house he has. So, I've destroyed the Willenbecker gang. Had faith you could do it, Mrs. Roland. She's returned safely. Yes, she ran for home the moment the fighting ended. False. She actually ran to attack the nearest enemy. Crazy, psychopathic murderer. Thank you for your assistance. I'll be tormented with deaths that occurred today. I'm sorry to have caused you to commit such violence. I'm sorry that you must suffer, but I'd like my training now. Training? I'd hoped you would change your mind. Is there nothing else you would have in exchange? No, I'm sorry, but I really want to be a master at firearms. Reluctantly. Show me your weapon. Aim at that tree over there. He studies your stance, grip and aim, making corrections and giving you several pieces of advice. Now you'll hit your target you will hit your target no matter your distance from it. Our bargain is complete. You are now a firearms master. Thank you. I'm sorry for forcing you to break your vows. Now leave me. I must return to the order and atone for what has happened here. Well, I understand. I pray that your penance is brief, sir. And can he give me the location of the house in order? I wonder. Looks like he cannot. So what I want to comment here is that apparently if you cannot save people because of your religion, this is something questionable that you believe in. And yeah, apparently I know this stance like that a sword is a burden, not a gift, and it's a curse, not a gift, and yeah, I know this, but simultaneously, the world that we live in, in Arcanum, that we play in, is dangerous, and this William Thorndop definitely knows that we are going to protect people, because he saw how we saved that lady, and he needn't have worried that we would use his knowledge to commit some atrocities or whatever. Wasn't our target. Wasn't. I wonder, can I find the passage to Vendigroth here? Oh, come on.
What show, sir?
No.
Of course, sir.
Very bad call, dear orcs. Very, very much so. The passage is somewhere here, but might be that the game is not going to betray its location up until the moment when we can arrive there legitimately. Wolves basically are just something to stomp over as we walk. Oh no! It's actually here. It's actually here, but it's empty. Ho ho! Interesting. Although, well, I mean, the game is technically open world. You can arrive at any location of your desire yourself. By the way, 617 west, 5 to 8 south, 617 west, and south 528. So it's somewhere here. Ooh. This is interesting. I cannot create a marker in this game, but well, and I don't recall whether I can. Can I travel over the mountains? Locate a bridge. Yeah. So I suppose first we will have to go to Caledon. To go to Caledon, we will use a ship, I think, or how? How do we draw? I already forgot lots of things. Interestingly, can't recall some of the details, but still can remember plenty. Yeah, sure.
Of course, sir.
Orcs being very...
Of course, sir.
Oh, it's just one. An orc being very hopeful and sure of himself. That all? I'd like to wait until morning because I see nothing. What have you picked up? Poppy. I thought you... Yeah. You picked up a sword,
Of course, sir.
which did not belong to you. Many swords.
Of course, sir.
Please let me loot in peace. Oh, look at that. Cathorn crystal. Interesting. And that's all? No, that's not all.
Of course, sir.
Is there anything else to be had around this shipwreck? I cannot believe that that's it. For real? That's all? Nothing else around? I don't even remember this location. I mean, I remember its existence, but I don't remember that it was so...
Of course, sir.
So boring. Can we wait one day? I'm doing this to see the loot heap. Nice. Unidentified sword. So there is something of interest after all. Supposedly it's something relatively expensive. Ancient temple. I'm sorry. Is that where Torian Cal resides? Or... There is some museum here that... Oh, come on.
Of course, sir.
I need someone to carry around my stuff. So Gar is already packed to the brim. Magnus, you will get the gun. Don't think you will use it, so I can give it to you. Another axe, another sword.
How can I?
Who do I give the weapons to? I suppose I'm gonna take... No. Can I give Gar something like that? Yes, I think I'm gonna take guns, give the shitty swords to Gar, because he won't be swapping those. Yeah. Now, Magnus, have the guns. And I need to gather the armor. Oh, just one guy with the armor. Okay, almost there. Ancient temple. Again, I cannot see shit. This? No. Cannot be. I thought of completely different thing, not this one. Oh yeah, the entrance. The entrance, yes, 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 that's the thing. I'm relatively slow, I must say. My shots are very slow. The temple, yeah. Skeletons, level 15. Then living skeletons, pile of dust, that's where I'll need to have a... Somebody just walked into a trap. Okay, while we're here, let's clean up. Good thing that you don't have to loot here, because you will come back anyway. And when you come back, you will be able to gather all that will be lying on the ground very conveniently. Another machine gun specialist. Look at that.
That's the way to show those bastards. I mean,
Some
it, sir.
some creature, speaker of evil, level 20. They just did something very bad to the speaker with their legs. Keep fighting, my man. Keep fighting. Foul spirit. Ancient temple, my ass. Temple of the Darian Ka. Torian Kalki. Yeah. The temple. Virgil.
What is it that you want? What can I answer for you?
Anyone knows anything about this place? I remember somebody has commentaries about the sigil at the entrance. I think somebody has something to say, but I don't recall who. Might be Virgil, might be someone else. There is an altar. The God's quest we will do, I think, later. Just when we come back here. Maybe a speaker of evil has something on him? No? Empty? Okay. Well, we'll come back anyway and we won't lose any loot. We will be told explicitly who had loot and who did not. Persuasion expert. Let's go to persuasion maximum, just to not worry about that. And when we finally meet Mr. Willowsby, we'll become master of persuasion. And now we can focus on, for instance,
So, sir.
increasing our intelligence.
Yes, sir.
And then our strength and dexterity. I got poisoned. Jaina was to get some healing, which is a good thing to happen. Critical hit. I'm not sure why my companions are very slow to react. Unidentified rope, Temple of the Darian Ka. Library key. So, why? Oh, this one is the library. Okay, let's go. 500 bullets. Where did I get them all? I wonder. What's my
Yes.
Let me do what? Let me give this shit to Magnus. Then Gar, could you please give me the rest of the stuff here? I'll give you now the weapons. The weapons. Quality broadsword. Don't like that Gar, if allowed, will snatch the broadsword. That's just so unbecoming. It's not as cool as you think, Gar. It's not. Why are you taking it? And where did you find the short bow, Jaina? Where did you obtain it? Right, so Magnus, you're gonna get some more encumbrance. What? No space? Really now? Really now? Okay, next is Sog, understandably. Green Molotov cocktail and explosive grenade. Those I will sell. So now I can run on oh no, I have light encumbrance because of this freaking sword. Fancy chest. Of course, there is something to assault me. I'm gonna leave this one here. Let's use the endurance potion on Virgil. I cannot because Virgil is not standing next to me, and just having him in the party means nothing to Arcanum. You have to be very close, intimately close, to make it work. I'd rather walk away, you know? I mean, open the door, please. It's as simple.
Of course.
For real. I mean, if I start shooting at the door... Well done.
Of course.
What about this muck walker? Who will kill it? People, stop it. Just...
Of course.
Okay,
Of
back
course.
off.
Of course. Of course.
Oh, somebody just walked in. And the muck walker is absolutely
Of course.
uninterested. Now, Virgil, I think, began slicing at the character, the creature. Why am I getting 0 XP? So now experience is granted only upon attack.
Of course.
Ooh!
Good show, sir.
Oh, that's because there are scrolls on the ground. That's why they were interested. That's why they started walking. Scrolls on the ground. Scroll of summon undead. Scroll of dominate will. Transforms opponents into mindless slaves. Well, again, no guarantee that I will ever need that. Shame that in this game everything around is just a background, so you can very rarely loot things. Look at that. Freaking look at that. Isn't that precious now? Beautiful shield. Who will be the carrier? Sog. Here you go. Interestingly, he doesn't put that large armor on. Give me the sword, please. Don't touch swords. Virgil,
What is it?
I'm gonna give you the scrolls. And now he's fully packed. He won't be able to snatch anything. He will just walk as is. Yep. Have you found any rings that are supposed to be identified? I don't think so. Well, this was really some juicy loot, I must say. Maybe it's because we're already kind of decent level 35, and the game respects that by rewarding us more. This chest, I think I've checked, but Yeah, I did. Now a few more skeletons and we're done. Oh, come on. No, please. Armor damaged. More traps. Who is trying to kill me there? I don't understand. Four HP.
Of course, sir.
4
Of course,
HP.
sir.
This one is empty. I don't remember. There should be one more, right? Yeah. 2 more. And I died. I died, so I'm gonna send my friends
sir.
there.
Of course, sir. Of course, sir.
They will deal with them. You good? I heard the dog being wounded. Volunteer, sir?
Of course, sir.
Is there something I should know of over here? Some pile or what? Are they picking bows from corpses, or maybe those skeletons actually dropped? Oh, look at that! The dog is severely damaged. Oh no. Poor creature. Well, we will heal up upon returning to the surface. Now this door. I was poisoned now. Some more stuff to be had. Virgil, would you kindly, where are you, you
Of course, sir.
maniac? Would you kindly remove my poison? Just remove poison, what are you doing? Thanks. The dog is still hurt. He did not pay attention to the poor creature. Okay. Pile of dust. That's where the creature decomposed.
Are you? Who comes here after all this time?
The voice that comes from the skeleton is like the wind through dead, brittle leaves. It echoes strangely in your mind as if he was speaking to you from within. What are you? Are you alive, a spirit?
The voice of the living. So long it's been.
Its sighs sound like the crumbling pages of an old tome. What are you?
Warrior in the army of the dead. Cursed death with no release. Life beyond this wasted flesh.
What happened to you? What curse do you speak of?
This temple, a home to the order. Speakers commune, dancing with the dead. They brought us back to sever the hand. So very long ago.
Muffled cries like an army buried alive. A pike drawn across a pane of broken glass. Are we having hallucinations? I don't understand.
Listen. Travel north to the cave, the dragon. Find the pool. Bring back the blood. Please. I want to live.
He points to a place on your map, the most imperceptible whisper. What pool? What blood? I don't know what you're talking about. You hear the slightest whisper, but you cannot make out the words. Interestingly, I don't see any flask, and I can't recall Let me Google that. Have I missed something? Blood for Torian Cal. Where is the flask? And click on the pool. To receive a vial. Okay. Looks like the vial will be received automatically, so we don't have to worry about that. Is Virgil trying to heal the dog? Yes, he is. Yeah, so the doggo is already feeling better. And we're running back outside. I mean, again, why would I have all those scrolls purchased with the exit option if I could just click on it, and instead I ran all the way back manually. Well, it's just that it's not such a large place. This symbol here, Virgil, you don't have any commentaries here. Or it's another character that I should come here with, right? It's some different character, that Joffrey, the necromancer, I think. Okay, let's walk slightly out of the range here and sleep for 1 day. Recovering. Hopefully no one is gonna bother us. The dog is healthy, I'm healthy, Virgil is full fatigue. Dungeon of the Dragon Pool that we'll visit. Wait a second. No, I think I'm going to Toronto now because I have so much loot that Ashbury it would be a pain to sell to. They are very poor there, traders. They don't have enough money to buy all my possessions. So we'll just peacefully arrive in Toronto and start the yet another trading session. Let's wait until morning because I don't want traders to walk away just like that, as they normally would do when it's time to sleep for them. Good day, sir. Yes, good day. Do you have the book, by the way, to get the levels up? No, you don't. Not this time. Okay, let me start getting rid of things. Ruby necklace, poppy, cat thorn crystal. Diamond. I think Virgil has a diamond, but I'm gonna check. We don't want to buy Molotov cocktail. What's wrong with those people? Explosive grenade, of course they will buy. Virgil, remind me please. You do have a dagger? Yes, you do. Oh, life-stealing dagger, by the way. I can give it to Gar. Let's clean up our scrolls because I'm not comfortable with how much we've got. How many we've got. So dominate will transforms opponents into mindless slaves. Scroll of Resurrect, Poison Vapor, Sense Invisible Traps, in Air Elemental, Exitin, Summon Undead from Beyond the Grave. No thanks. Quench Life, kills the target by stealing their soul. It's like kill anything. Or not, I wonder. So we have 1 scroll of resurrection, 2 scrolls of resurrection, traps, identification, and 4 scrolls of exiting. And those summoning scrolls I think I want to sell. Dominate will, I don't know. Let me check how it works. Hatred. Now he hates us for that. So as soon as the spell is over, he attacks us. So that's a bit of an unpleasant effect, but might be useful someday. Quench life. Can I quench anyone's life, like Sog?
I cannot believe you would have us attacking our friend. I cannot believe you would have us attacking our friends in such a manner.
That's all
This
the damage.
displeases me greatly.
That's all the damage. Summon an undead. Level 3.
I cannot believe you would have us attacking our friends in such a manner. This displeases me greatly.
Air Elemental.
I can.
Level 35. Actually,
Believe you would have us attacking our friends in such a manner.
very strong
This displeases me
creature.
greatly.
Very strong creature, you saw that? And poison vapors. I don't get poisoned somehow? That's weird. So the zombie scroll goes, the quench life goes because they're too weak. Air element. We're running. I mean, okay, since we ran out, why waste time? Let's skip one day to let the trader replenish his stock and possibly get the book there. Technology protest claims 3 lives. Ooh, I'm interested. Yes, please. Thank you. I'm gonna read it. And, sir, do you have the book that I'm looking for? No, you don't yet. Okay. So, summon undead goes. Quench life, he already lost all his money. About this poison vapor stuff. So, what if I click exactly on him? Now it worked. Shame that it's just plus something and okay, what if I put it not directly at him but next to him? He still gets poisoned. So might be a fun thing to do. Can I do that through a wall? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. What if I do it through the wall and actually hit someone? No, 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 no. No. So I'm keeping that. I'm keeping the poison vapor. It looks interesting. So Virgil, the elemental dominate will and poison vapors. They all stay. They all stay. Sapphire and diamond. Let's have the doubles, just in case. Nura coins. I don't think I need that many. Star, ruby, jod, litany, capacitor. Gosh, Virgil has so much trash. 2 stuffs that are useless. Jaina, what do you have? Thankfully, she hasn't acquired anything.
How can I help you?
Anything not relevant. Let's get rid of those things. 28, 200, 76 Nura coin, 596 coins he has left. Now even less than that. Bone dagger. I'm just... Again, what if I need to have doubles? What? Come on, Virgil. Definitely do have space for that. Let's read the newspaper also. The newspaper says, technology protest claims 3 lives, excessive use of force. Yesterday, the Tarantian Guard was called in to control the riotous protest on the steps of the city hall. The group who organized the protest, the Friends of Magick, had amassed there in the morning, shouting obscenities and throwing various technological objects. The guard, responding to complaints of the protest, arrived on the scene about an hour after the protest began, wielding guns and cudgels. Minutes later, there was mass chaos with agitators on both sides. When the smoke cleared, 3 protesters were dead. The protest was in response to the growing number of factories in Toronto and the adverse effects that they are having on the city's air. We'll not stand for it any longer, said Josiah Hummel, the Friends spokesperson. Toronto is our city too. The captain of the Tarantian Guard had this to say: the Guard is here to protect the city, whatever her air is like. Any other bleeding hearts here in the city can expect the same treatment. Okay, public service announcement. There will be a city council meeting. Okay, quite murderous it gets about technology apparently. Let's go visit the tailor now. What's with my armor? Is it damaged? Yes, it is. So time to buy a new one. Unfortunately, there ain't any of my size. Look how much money he has. He's pathetic. He is just pathetic. Magnus, give me your... what? Give me the guns, I suppose. We'll see how much we can earn. Wait one day. As I need a new smoking jacket. Mine is too damaged. Yeah, here it is. Sir, please take mine. Also, let's sell the heavy things. How much money? 900 he has. So I can sell 2 shotguns here. Now let's get going to the other traders. I almost said traitors. I mean, when they don't have enough coin to pay, I do feel as if they were traitors, to be honest. Maybe the inventor will buy a Molotov cocktail. No, he won't. That's such a pity. The guns, the scroll he buys. Apparently he is a rich man. He's a rich man. Those barbarian clothes are simple, don't require any identification. Gar has a hell of a lot of... wait a second, there was some special sword, right? Just this one. This one is not identified. Machine hammer, fool's dagger. Sword of Darian Ka. 1873 coins. 55, 110, 165. The inventor is indeed extremely rich. Yeah, this dagger also goes to Gar for keeping. Sog now. What do you have? A lot of unidentified stuff. Marksman rifle. If I take it, I will lose one hand. Now it's available. Machined plate mail. I'm not sure. Machined plate mail. What is this machined plate mail? Arcanum. Okay, is it craftable? Based on the size of the elite plate mail. Can be found in the dredge at the Wheel Clan. I see. And elite plate mail is featherweight, chainmail, and dwarven steel. And featherweight chainmail. Uh-huh. And that's another one. Gosh, I mean, I need none of that. So I'll happily let this one go. Because it just is not good enough. 2,000 coins though. And this marksman rifle, another stream of gold flowing my way. What I'm really getting nervous about is that the game doesn't really offer me the schematic for that charged armor or whatever. I don't remember how it's called, but it's a very cool armor. And this lad plainly doesn't sell enough. I mean, normally the inventor has plenty of schematics, but this time, what am I gonna do with this Molotov cocktail? I suppose I'll have to just throw it away. However ridiculous that sounds, because it's actually I mean, I could have tried, of course, selling it to that junk dealer, but too late now. It disappeared in trash. Sir, what's your problem? Why don't you sell good things, huh? Why don't you sell armor, schematics? Why don't you? The shield, he did sell me, but flow disruptor is a cool one, very cool one. Now you. Let's barter. Maybe you have charged sword, charged axe. Well, I already know this schematic, for real. I do. Okay, alright. Let's wait for another day, as I want to check the inventor and the blacksmith. Maybe they will have something. Come on, you haven't refreshed your wares.
Of course, sir.
I was standing too close. I mean, what is this? Oh, it's the suspiciousness, paranoia, like we must not change our stock if the customer stands in front of our doors. Like, what the hell of logic is that? Like, I'm gonna see that anyway. Why are you hiding? That's meaningless. That's pointless. You shouldn't be hiding your stock from me. Why do I have encumbrance? Because I have that freakish armor on me, and that's what the problem is. Okay, some more trading, and then we are back to Ashbury, to the mission finally. I think, now that we are master shooters. Well, flow disruptor again. I know how to craft flow disruptor. Thank you, sir. I need that armor. Why can't you just oblige your loyal customer? We've been through so much together. Sir, the book. The very important book. I found it. Excellent. Scroll of Divine Magic. No thanks. The book I'll use on no one. I'll just keep it for now, because it's just that no one is gonna join me. That I will be able to. So I cannot recruit anyone new, because that necromancer. I did recall his name, but now I forgot. So the necromancer will not join because my affinity is too positive. The same is true for Torian Cal. Logair is in the Will clan. Then Franklin Payne gets available before we travel to another location. Xanalurin is among the Dark Elves, very far away, and the same is true for Raven, who is with the Elves. So they're all very far away. Can you identify something for me? Dread armor. Oh, what a surprise. Of course, I knew it was. Arcane plate mail. Ooh. Arcane plate mail. Yeah.
What is it that you want?
It should be... I just lost 1,000
What is it?
as price. So comparing the armor, 1936, 2536. Guard.
Yes,
Can you put that on? Yes, you can. Charmed plate mail. Arcane plate mail.
What is it that...
Who damages their armor so? I wonder. Okay, Virgil. No, 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 don't do that, please. Get it back. No, so you will have this 96 versus 92. So this one is better. Arcane plate mail. My congratulations, Virgil. He even changed his color slightly. Now, Jaina, what is your... you have basic plate mail. I don't think you will enjoy this one, right? Because you're a magician, charmed plate mail. I just want to keep it for...
Yes.
Xanalurin or some magical creature that I will recruit later. It's at the same time it's super heavy. Maybe I should give it to Sog. Also, I don't like the fact that they are all damaged slightly. Anyway, could you please identify those things? Mystic shield, large mystic leather armor, chill shield, chill. Strength, dexterity, willpower -3, fatigue -95. Yeah, that is indeed very chill. Mystic shield. In comparison to the shields that we possess, so our armor class 30, and this one gives fire resistance. Virgil, you have you have Shield of Force, which is actually cooler than Mystic Shield. Sog, what do you think of this one, though? You like it that much? Damage reduction 36, armor class 15. Here it's 24, and damage reduction 33. Poison resistance, fire resistance. It's also not as heavy. I don't know. No. Large mystic leather armor. Why are you swapping, I wonder? Why are you swapping? If damage resistance is higher on this one, because it is heavier. I mean, to hell with it. So the shield goes, leather armor goes, arcane bow goes, and chill shield. I just want to put it on just out of curiosity. Wham. So, what's going on? Interestingly, nothing much. Okay. Have it. Have it, and we shall proceed. But before, I need to definitely buy another speed potion. Yeah. And check whether anyone has Scroll of Create Undead. When did you manage to catch all that, you bastards? Oh yeah, of course, I had another unidentified sword, and Magnus, you're empty. You're also empty. Sog has this plate mail. So, Miss... not enough money to buy it. Can you please identify the sword? Charmed sword. Oh, that is just not so fascinating, of course. The sun is shining right into my eyes. We'll now be arriving in Ashbury, and there, on the way there, I suppose I will be assaulted by someone. So we will arrive with loot again. And in... oh, yes.
Of course, sir.
This is not even interesting. I mean, they are... oh, of course. Demand satisfaction. Funny. Slap him in the face. The best loot givers, those. Oh, even that rat died super fast. Remember, it took actually some time to kill those massive rats before. Shame my coffee ran out. Almost level 36, by the way. Now I'm here. Time to hit the shop. Ma'am. Another book. I'm buying it. For sure. I'm buying it for sure. Then let's get rid of the rubbish. Mithril. Mithril. Ring shadowing. Ropes. Actually, they're quite more expensive than I sell them at, but that's alright. Shocking dagger. There's nothing that much shocking about your dagger, you know, but fine. The only thing that is shocking about a dagger is how bad it is. Now you, sir, maybe you will have more money. Yes, you will. 2,100 coins. Wait a second. Did she just offer 1,700 for this one? No, she did not. She offered 2,072 coins, whereas this fine mister offers slightly more, which is interesting. Scroll of Jolt, Scroll of Vitality of Air, increases the target's constitution, Divine Magic, Exiting, Resurrect, yeah, Staff of Healing, blah 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 blah. That's not interesting at all. I'm glad that I found another book, so having two books I will definitely enjoy the fact that I can educate my companions twice. Zog, what's the condition of your armor, please? Thanks. How about the helmets? Do they get damaged? No, they... I'm looking at the wrong person now. Zog, it was you who I was talking about. But, oh yeah, they do get damaged. War gauntlets, everything got damaged. So I need to buy this and this to replace, and yeah, man. These ones you can keep because I don't have the replacement. Now these are unbroken. These ones are to be sold. Yes. Jaina, have the second book, please, just to store them safely. And, well, Ashbury, that farmer who asks me to kill pigs, we will not oblige him. There is, there is something interesting to be done over here. I think there is a man. There is a man who will ask for help. together with that. Okay, question. Rumors. Theo Bright Start. Theo Bright Start. I have no idea who you are talking about, truth be told. And this lady? Edward Teach. Edward Teach. I am going to visit Edward Teach. Yeah, zombies here. I think they are finite, so they at one point they stopped being summoned, right? Is there any adventure to be had around these parts? If it's funny, you should ask. I have a bit of a problem. Yeah, I'm listening. There is a rather eccentric scientician that lives here in town. Neither hide nor hair of him has been sighted in a fortnight. What does that have to do with you? I had contracted this fellow to use his technology to improve an old set of plate armor I had. Why do you need my assistance? I went to his house 2 days ago searching for him. His door was unlocked, so I went in. So I was immediately accosted by all manner of gadgetry and was forced to flee. Expect me to go in there for you? It's too tough for me, but a fellow of your ingenuity could waltz right into his house and get my armor for me. What do I get out of this? I'll give you 200 coins for retrieving my plate. Yes. Good show. I'll be waiting out here for you to return. I think I'll be attacked by a spider immediately. Yeah, Virgil, did you just... They keep harming their weapons, but that's fine. Table. Empty. There is a trap door, so you might imagine what expects us down there. I think there are more... Oh, yeah. Yeah, automaton. I cannot see a thing in this light. So there is the wood chest, basic machined plate, automaton. I don't remember. Automatons, they are they permanent, or they will disappear like summons? I don't think they should disappear, right? They should be probably following you. If they are that strong, then they are considerable, but maybe they don't level up. So no one is gonna hurt you, you idiot. I've come here with your armor. Stop being an idiot. I'm begging you. Oh, come on. For real. What's that? Okay, let's wait for another day. Maybe the kind sir here will come back to his senses. Will you now? Come on. For real. Ask a question. Anything happening? Wizard, Isle of Despair, thank you. Sir. I don't know, it's just so bad when it happens. I mean, they just get locked in their hysteria and refuse to talk. And what am I to do? I have no idea. Just to skip days, hoping that he will calm down, that his fright shall subside, that he will take some anti-anxiety medication, just, I don't know, consult a specialist. At last, have your armor. Here it is. Here's your 200 coins. Here is your coins, okay. So, yep, that was almost next level, but not quite. Not quite. I could go and have a grand shootout with the zombies, but as I cannot recruit the man, the kind sir over there, he will not follow me with my very kind and human-oriented alignment. It's no point. I'm just gonna waste my time killing zombies, and you will eventually be asking Andy when you're gonna play the game at last. Like, when we want to progress with the story, right? We want to progress with the narrative and find out what shall become of the Isle of Despair, for instance. Is that an inventor? Yes, it is. Maybe he will have, what is it? Night already? No, it's not. It's Virgil blocking my path. The stupid jerk. High velocity pistol. Oh, that. Oh, high velocity pistol. I don't want your bullets. Calm down. Wait, did I just buy bullets free, or they just vanished? I saw your speech. It's nice to make your acquaintance. He got bugged out by that fact that I dropped the bullets on the ground, or whatever happened here. Huh. Hand cannon. Ah, I was clicking on his security guard, not on the inventor. So, high velocity pistol. It just sounds interesting. What's that? I don't remember the thing. Charged accelerator, Shrek's multi-barreled pistol, high velocity pistol, fancy and charged accelerator gun. Oh. Repeater rifle, electric coil. That is worth considering, just out of curiosity what it is. I will do that later. When I'm in Toronto, I'm surrounded by traders, and of course after I have acquired the books from the university there, and I need ideally I'd like to have 100 intelligence to have the maximum out of the books. And Nicholas, this moment has finally happened, right? You're here and I'm here, we're both here, and we can talk live. Ain't that fascinating? How are you, my friend? What sorts of wares do you carry here? Oh, my skills are quite a specialty, sir. You see, I make quality optical instruments that enhance your vision. I have several pairs of spectacles made up at the moment. Please feel at ease to peruse them. You can see for yourself that they are of the highest caliber. And remember, if you ever find yourself in need of a pair, I'm fully capable of preparing custom spectacles. Isle of Despair. Let us barter. So he has perception less than 8, +1, else 1, -1. I finally made a stream. Magic of the internet. Yes. Have I been to this fine establishment, or I have not? Good day to your friend. Good day to your friend. Apparently, yes. I've been here. I've already killed the Malokian hand agent, it looks like. Nicholas, a question for you. 200 coins is a lot, or 200 coins are a lot? I mean, I suppose that when you talk about currency, it's like $20 is $20, right? The meme, and that's how it's said. But simultaneously, I wonder if it applies to coins, because coins are more easily calculated. Like, I mean, and dollars also are countable, but we, I think, say it in singular. But coins, depends on the situation, definitely. So, like, for example, 200 coins is a lot of money, or 200 coins buys you a nice drink in this game, for instance. Does that sound grammatical to you? Would you say 200 coins buy you a nice drink? So who is this one? How are you? I wish to book passage aboard your ship. Oh, Isle of Despair. Isle of Despair. If you got any wits about you, you'll avoid landing on that rock. I really must reach the Isle. Go talk to Teach. I will. Ashbury is a very quiet place, probably the most interesting location. The whole place is the haunted castle, really. What I'm really interested in also is what shall happen if I kill this Captain Teach, because I just like testing such things. So let's create a just in case save file. Yeah, I would say with coin generally would say is. It's such a funny thing, really. But a lot of times in English you drop auxiliary words like would. But I mean, how is that? Why have you brought this up? I don't believe we've met. Must be going. So what if I kill Teach?
Please, we must cease our attack upon such a good soul.
Captain Teach is dead. For instance.
Of course, sir.
Now he has bullets, flintstock pistol. Can I... The wheel won't turn even the slightest bit. So, supposedly I killed Edward Teach. What now? Black Mountain Clan, Isle of Despair. No, really, what if it happened? What would the game have me do? Can I ask this one to travel now? No, I mean, no. Of course, with modal verbs, they negate all such endings. Of course, it's like he plays chess, he can play chess. That's that's not really what I'm asking. It's rather this singularity and plurality of currency in English that really puzzles me. Any modal verb negates the present simple form, yes, but the strange thing is that you say 5 apples give you, I don't know, a chance to skip the doctor for 5 days, right? Because an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So 5 apples give you, like it's without the s ending there. Or these people like this pub, but and there are many people, there are many apples, but when you say $5 or 5 coins, you say buys you something with s in the end. Why? That's the point that I'm talking about. So about Isle of Despair, I must reach the Isle. Captain Teach knew that route, not anymore. Poor bastard went and got himself killed. What a waste. What happened? I don't know exactly. Got into with stranger with some coin. Teach be the rough sort, mind you. It was bound to happen sometime. Damn shame if you ask me. Is there anyone else that can take me to the Isle? Well, me and Teach, we used to talk over a few drinks at the tavern. Tell me the way he did. Could maybe get you there, but it costs you. It will definitely cost you. How much? How he looks you over carefully. It'd be a dangerous thing you'd be asking me to do, mister. Teach was the only cur I know of with the muster to come back from the cursed Isle alive. How much? To risk my ship, my life, and a crew, 5,000 coin. No one less. Change my mind, sir. What if I kill him too? So I killed him as well. What next? I just travel from town to town trying to find the captain, or eventually I'll get to the Black Root and buy myself a ship there at last. I mean, I guess so. That's how it's gonna work. All my homies hate gnomes. Is it random fact? You mean in the game, or
What is it?
is what you do in life? What can I do here? I need to put the dynamite on this barrel because I need the book that is
Please.
inside, and Teach starts shooting immediately. He doesn't like dynamites being put in barrels, so what I can do, I can go here, talk to... I must be going, damn it, I don't want to start... I mean, I would have begun a conversation anyway. In life, sure, but especially in the... Oh, come on. Let's see. Come on.
Of course, sir.
Oh, he got even closer. Can we push him? Oh. What about now? Can I put the dynamite now?
Please. We must see
Oh.
an attack upon such...
There is a dock worker there. Not just Teach, but also dock worker who is overlooking the... Wait a second. No, he's not looking. Probably it's Teach that still has eyesight over that. I really must be going. Let's try again. Save. And load.
Please. We must cease our attack upon such a good soul.
So it's the dock worker. What's his problem? He's not even looking my way. What if I... Sir. Looks like he doesn't see us now. Yeah, it worked.
Of course, sir.
Gnomes are filthy creatures that must be exterminated for the well-being of all other sentient life. I disapprove. But the Hat by Frederick Van Habsgood, the book that I'll need on the aisle. So you disapprove of my choice of the race to play, right? I think I know why. Because of the experiments. Yeah, if we look at that this way, sure, I actually had a plan to destroy Willowsby and all his accomplices closer to the end of the game, just to make them see justice in the world. Yeah, that I understand. I see. Of course. I thought you were being just casually racist, but I understand, of course. I mean, fantasy games, people sometimes can drop funny commentaries about the fantasy worlds and their attitude to creatures there, so I thought it was one of those cases. But yeah, now that I remembered what you were talking about, sure. So Edward Teach. Ahoy there, matey, what can old Teach do you for? Glad to see you again, Captain Teach. Have you a moment? Can you tell me about Ashbury? Ashbury, not much to say about her. Another port, another town, a good place for a sailor to lay his hat or get drunk. That was inspiring. Talk about your business, Captain. About your boat. My boat! There's nothing I'd rather talk about. Her name is the Gypsy Shadow, and there ain't ever been a more perfect piece of shipwork done sail Arcanum seas. Where did you get her? The Gypsy, that's quite a tale, matey, and not one I just tell to anyone. You can trust me, I suppose? Yes, I think you'd be telling the truth. Well, lady, by the time I could start growing a beard, I'd sailed from one end of this land to the other, from the southern shores of Whipping Maidens to the northern ice-choked waters of the Jailer's Hump. Ain't nothing of the sea I hadn't seen, and most of it twice. I see, please continue. At the time I was running ale out of Caledon, first mate for a mean and crusty old captain who went by the name of Jack Skellybone, half pirate and half devil. with the mouth of a blue-gilled she-demon and the breath to match. Jack used to drink so much that we would pray for tailwinds. If the journey take too long, he would start drinking the prophets. Sounds like quite a character. That'd be the truth, matey. Old Jack would fight you if he... If'n what? Why if'n? Old Jack would fight you if he thought you breathed on him wrong. He had more scars on his face than most men had all over, and he could tell you the story from each one, and never were they the same. He was a hard man, but fair to his crew, and he loved the sea lady almost as much as he loved his boat, the Gypsy Shadow. Interesting. What happened to him, Captain? Well, one night he was all drinking in the Sow Barnacle down Blackroot Way, and old Jack got real drunk and started in with his stories, and as the night got on, the tales got taller, and we laughed harder, and we were all having a grand old time. Jack had one too many and started saying as to how he was the greatest pirate on the seas of Arcanum, and how if in there was anyone who thought they were crustier, then he'd have something to say about it. I see what happened then. He started spitting and hollering, and then, after appending every table in the place, he said that he was the greatest pirate who had ever lived, tougher than Ruby Dirk and Black Sam Bellamy, and even meaner than Stringy Pete himself. And that's a who? I don't talk much about him. I'll just say that Stringy Pete was the meanest, cold-blooded, murdering pirate who ever put to sail, and be done with it. There are stories and legends, and most of them are true. He's been dead for more than 200 years, and people still whisper his name when they talk about him. I see, and what of Jack Skellybones? Well, after he said that, no one much felt like drinking after, and we put old Jack to bed. You see, a pirate's mean, but he knows what to be joking about, and blustering about. And calling out to the ghost of Stringy Pete ain't one of them. And so, well, a week or so later we were out to the sea, and it was the new moon, so it was dark, and a strange westerly had appeared, and brought in a bank of low clouds, thick as lambs too. And then we saw the other ship just resting off the starboard, silent as death, and as still as if she was anchored. Her sails tattered, her timbers rotted, and then we heard the screams. What happened? We found old Jack in his cabin, with 2 daggers in him, one for each eye, and the sign of the evil eye carved into his chest, the very sign old Stringy Pete used to leave on his victims. We ran out to see who was on the other boat, but it was gone, attacking the clouds and the westerly with it. That's rather frightening. Being first mate, I took command and ownership of the Gypsy Shadow. I've never laid eyes on that other boat since, and I hope I never do. Thank you for sharing that, Captain. There are messages from Nicholas, so I just didn't want to make a break in the story. I love how much love was put into the dialogue of Troika games. Very few are so fun to read. Does Russian have an accent that's typically associated with sailors? No, not accent. The manner of speech, and even that, I think, comes from the foreign cultures. Like, let me. So I'm gonna use Pirates of the Caribbean as an example. When you watch the film in with the original voiceover, you have a lot of those eyes and who be you and stuff like that, like very authentic nautical language. Well, when you watch it in the dubbed version, dubbed into Russian, that is, you kind of lose that. Like it's not there, neither the pronunciation nor the vocabulary to much extent. So it's a great question. I think, interestingly, no. So we have, like, in books we have those children curses, but all of those came from foreign literature. That's what I wanted to say. Like Stevenson, The Treasure Island. I loved the cartoon that the USSR produced, and then the book, and there it was again very funny the way they spoke, but they were not based on some Russian concept of how a sailor acts or pirate acts. Like I think we kind of borrowed that meme speaking in the original meaning of the word. So this kind of phenomenon, I think, was adopted, and and it doesn't convey the same richness of the concept that you have in English, for instance. So I wish I could imitate sailors' talk. I think I would think of Mr. Gibbs, but it requires training, I think, to speak like that. So I do know this grammar, the way they speak sometimes. I've met it plenty of times, but to imitate that, I think, takes a lot of actorship. So which I do lack at this point. And this very specific vocabulary, all those curses, all those jargon words about the ship itself, like all the parts of the ship. Very impressive language. I wish I could talk like that. And about the dialogue, yes, old RPG dialogue, quite incredible. I suppose if you mentioned Troika Games, you probably played Fallout. Sorry, man, I can't recall if we talked about it. Probably did. My friend is a fan of Fallout, but I myself never played the first parts, and the later ones also, except for New Vegas. New Vegas I played for 15 minutes, maybe 20. I thought of streaming it, but didn't hook me. What I did though, I always tell it's my kind of gaming style very often. So I launched the game, I created the character. I mean, no, like you launch the game, you start it, like, then you appear where you appear, you customize your character. Then I looted the fuck off the house of that man who saved us. I wasn't over encumbered. I was over encumbered in Skyrim. During my first 15 minutes, after my first 15 minutes, I was over encumbered and really dragged my feet to the town because I was too greedy to drop anything. But that was in Skyrim. So yeah, there I stole everything I could. I walked out into the first town. I talked to a couple of NPCs. Then I began attacking everyone. And the most important fact, before even looting, I went to the bathroom of that man who saved us, and I drank from the toilet there, from this basin, because I thought it was so fascinating. It was so unfathomably beautiful that I could drink from the toilet in the game. It's like I don't remember any other game where you could do that, even in The Sims, even in in Postal 2, even. What else do we have where there is a lot of... In Deus Ex you can flush. You can put your enemy's head into the toilet. Yes, you can. In Postal, you can urinate. But drinking from the toilet, only Fallout gave me that chance. Not that I do that in life, mind you. I don't. It's gross, of course. It's just... I was just blown away by the ability that I had. So I spent another couple of minutes drinking from the toilet. Then I went to the town, talked, started a shootout, was killed a few times, tried some quests, didn't like it, and that was it with the game. Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for making a clip out of that. Are you on Twitch now? No, you're on YouTube. Is there a way to clip that on YouTube? You can go to Twitch, of course. Thanks. Interesting. It makes quite some sense. Russia's merchant marine is, from my minimal knowledge, mostly focused on river transport, which may have not given enough room to develop strong jargon, etc. Yeah, I mean, it's just they don't... Not that I know a lot of sailors, that is. I know Sailor Mundo. not personally, but I do. And yeah, they just talk like normal Russian, and Russian is very unified also. It's a severely unified language. Remember, my colleague from France once asked me during my teacher's course in Budapest, she asked me, like, Andy, how come everyone speaks the same Russian from Sakhalin to Kaliningrad? Why? Like, how can you be the biggest country in the world and speak the same unified language, the same vocabulary, the same grammar, almost the same pronunciation with a few changes, very few? It's probably the USSR legacy. Like there was a hell of a lot of unification, and like in Spain, in India, I mean, India has, I think, hundreds, maybe dozens of variations of what? What's the language in India? Damn it! Not Hindu. Is it Hindu? Chinese has variations. Spanish has. English has variations. Many languages, most of the languages have crazy variations in the same area, like even in one city. In Russia, no, never. All countries speak the same language. Given your style of gaming, you might prefer Fallout 1 and 2. I do think you will like at least parts of New Vegas, especially the DLC. Yeah, it's a bit too late for me, I think, in a way. And also, I don't really appreciate that I mean, no, I do like post-apocalyptic style, but it's just something is very pressing about Fallout. I mean, the interface, about this Pip-Boy, and like, I want full screen for myself, not some little screen. Maybe that's what I remember. That is exactly what kind of killed it for me in Fallout New Vegas. I did not like the small screen that I was given. I did not like it. I wanted full page. Strange, I know. Anyway, Captain, tell me what cities you sail to. Depending on what I happen to be doing, I'll sail just about anywhere. Anywhere has got a port or a place to land anyways. Blackroot, Tehran, Caledon. I've been to them all, and business takes me to all of them. Tell me about some of the things that you've seen and done. Old Teach has done quite a lot, laddie, and not all of it good and sugary. What you be wanting to know? How to imitate his pronunciation? What you be wanting to know? Seen and done. Old Teach has done quite a lot, lady. No. My throat hurts already after my illness when I'm speaking too much, so imitating a pirate or a captain speaking probably is going to be a challenge that I will not pull successfully. I can try to imitate a monster, though. I'm usually good at voicing some kind of demons, even though it kills my throat super fast. What's the most beautiful place you've seen? The most beautiful place? Well, I'd have to say it was the Lost Lagoons in the Islands of the Weeping Maidens. Laddie, the waters there are so clear you'd be thinking to walk on blue sand. And the fish there are clear as glass, and change color depending on their mood. And trees got more fruit than leaves, and the birds sing songs to make even old pirate cry. And the greatest adventure you've ever been on? The greatest adventure? Well, once I hired a gypsy out to none other than Franklin Payne himself, the greatest adventurer in all of Arcanum. Bloody madman he is, but full of life and laughter, and hand me if there is a scared bone in that man's body. Where did you go with Mr. Payne? Well, we sailed west to Serpent Spine, where sharks are as big as boats and the islands are mountains that spew rock and fire. And there saw Franklin Payne fight 3 fire giants with a broken sword, and laughing the whole time. And after he scared them off, he took one of their fire gems, which they say hold strange powers. The furthest you've sailed? The furthest I've been? That's easy. I once sailed so far east that the sun forgot to set, and the mermaids came to the side of my boat and begged for my crew and I to come swimming, and we came to a whirlpool so wide that you couldn't sail around it without being pulled in, and so we came home. And the worst weather. The worst storm I've ever been in. Well, me and the gypsy have seen some bad weather, but the worst was probably a hurricane just off the tip of Razor's Point. I tell you, lady, the waves were so high they could have been mountains, and the wind screaming like a struck banshee, and the waves hit so hard you could see the ocean bottom littered with whale bones and the ship's dead sailors. Okay, a few more questions. General questions. Yeah, that seems to be it. We can just now sail to Isle of Despair, but I will leave now. No pressure, this accent is considered one of the most difficult to really copy even for native speakers. Oh, almost entirely extinct. It's almost entirely extinct outside of very small communities of Northeasterners. Oh, indeed. Okay. Okay. Well, that is. I mean, it's not just the accent, right? It's also the manner of speaking, the vocabulary, the grammar. It is indeed a very complicated thing to imitate. So I just received word from Mr. Bates to be expecting you. Said you'd be asking for passage to that hellish place and that I should be taking you. I don't much like the waters nor the people there, but for Bates, I'll do it. Okay, thank you, Captain. Shall we leave at once? Now be as good a time as any. There be a strong easterly wind, and the waters are as glassy as I've ever seen them in a long time. I'd not be superstitious, Ty, but I'd be inclined to say it'd be a good omen. I'm glad you think so. Let's be off. And interestingly, we always, I think, arrive in the morning to this place. Always in the morning. Isle of Despair, Isle of Despair, Isle of Despair. What do we have here? And I think, should we start with getting inside immediately? There are tracks on the ground here. Don't remember where we crossed though. What's this passage though? Does it go? This clearly looks like a road to go to, but I don't remember that anything should be here. Okay. Sir, I'm looking for the Black Mountain clan. Can you help me? A clan? I don't know of any clans around here. You need to speak with Torvald about that. Torvald? Who is he? Torvald is the leader of this enclave. He settles all disputes within its walls, but to get to see him, you'll need to talk to Ogden, his guard, first. Can I go inside now? Of course, but first you need to hear the rules. There are only 2 of them. You can do anything you want as long as it doesn't interfere with anyone else, and in the event of any dispute, Torvald is the final word. Okay, you're most gracious. One more thing, I must warn you about wandering outside of the encampment here. Why? We've lost quite a few people to a sorcerer's beast that defies our guns. I saw myself a man eaten alive by the beast when his gun misfired. I'll kill it for you for a price. We think it lives north of here. This is all we know. We'll have to track it yourself. You will have to track it yourself to find its lair. We have a powerful magical amulet we'll give you for killing it, but I can't tell you what power it holds. It has never been identified. It's a deal, sir. So we... don't remember. Can we cross water here? I don't think so. So we should probably come back. And oh, wait a second. No, we should cross already. Can we? Yes, we can. Excellent. Excellent. What do we get? We got some item. Maybe we got bullets or we got the key to the gate, I suppose. And the book. I probably should read the book because we're gonna share it with the Ogre, The Hand by Frederick von Havsgood. Introductory note. Dear reader, what you hold in your hands is the result of arduous labor on behalf of myself, an apprentice son. Long have the private journals of Frederick von Habsburg been rumored, and it was but 4 short years ago that it came into my possession, delivered to me by Professor Habsburg's long-time servant of 30 years. As you well know, Professor Habsburg was known for writing in a scroll unbeknownst to many circles, and it is this very aspect that I have labored over, carefully arranging his scroll into something resembling flowing prose. I am pleased to present the first of many parts to come in, the this, the volume Obscura of Professor Frederick von Habsburg, FVH 1843. What I am about to relate defies conventional logic, to be sure, yet I can only stand by and insist to its validity. If you will cast this aside as the rambling of an ancient soul, who perhaps should have been buried years ago, this is your judgment. Those that have either been in my employ or have been unfortunate enough to call me a friend know all too well that I do not dabble in fiction. With that futile disclaimer behind me, allow me to relate the events of my visit to Torrent in the year 1792. Bonfires of the downtrodden illuminated the horizon like morbid stars. Poor souls seeking any warmth they could muster. Snow blanketed the landscape in every direction, a freezing chill whipping past Gothic structures. Even the gargoyles, rooted in their stone beds, seemed chilled to the bone. It was this auspicious weather that marked my arrival to Torrent in the dead of night, and while at first it appeared to be my lead story, soon it was discarded for the rather strange event that soon took place. It began with an argument that grew louder as I grew near. An elderly man, with more lines eroding his face than mine, was engaged in a rather hostile tussle with a well-built lad. Of what they argued I know not, for as I drew within range, the words devolved into physical attacks. The old man proved my initial suspicions correct when he unleashed tendrils of fire that struck everything but his opponent. Buildings erupted in flame, upside being more heat for a dreadfully cold midnight. Villagers ran in every direction, screaming nonsensical words as the young nemesis of the old man unleashed a sword of steel. If I were to get involved, it would have proved too late, as the next second found the young man cleaving through the old wizard with a deft and a short strike. I shall spare you the gruesome result that transpired next, save that it involved the severing of a head. I expected the corpse of the wizard to be ransacked for possessions, but the young man simply stuffed the head in a brown bag and ran off like an apparition, leaving me alone, surrounded by crackling buildings and a vacant street. The headless body of the old wizard lay before me. Try as I could to avert my gaze and press on with my journey, I failed. The lure of the corpse was too much. I approached, tentatively at first, and then with a quickened pace, lest someone return and find me lurking with potential blame. It was then that I saw the index finger of his right hand. Nearby flames cast a glint of its metallic structure, and I knelt to observe closer. His entire finger was no finger at all. Instead, a black appendage, seemingly made of steel. The lure was intense, I tell you, and I fear I can offer no satisfying excuse for what I did next. Using my knife, I attempted to pry the metallic casing off, thinking it a cowl for the actual finger beneath. This proved futile, as the substance resisted all attempts at penetration. I am afraid I must admit to doing something rather gruesome, as I then began to slice at the wrist in an attempt to remove the entire hand. This proved successful, despite my rising nausea. I know not what possessed me to do so. I stuffed the hand in my backpack as the overwhelming sensation of being observed defined itself, and my next ambition was to remove myself from sight as soon as possible. Quickly, I traipsed through the snow to find my hotel and, more importantly, a shot of aged scotch. This desire did not manifest. Instead, my hasty journey was interrupted by the horrific sensation of something moving within my backpack. Fearing the worst and knowing it to be so, I threw my backpack from my shoulder like one would throw a book featuring an uninvited spider resting upon the cover. To my horror, the flap of the backpack flew open, and emerging with purpose was the very hand I had severed. There is no greater motivation than being pursued by a demonic hand, and it was this feeling that carried me blindly through the alleys of Tehran, too full of fear to even muster a scream of help. Damn the dead end that soon appeared, leaving me nowhere to go. The hand approached me and I froze with fright, a feeling I wish upon no one. A statue I became, a human gargoyle of sorts, observant with dread as the hand drew near and began ascending my right leg. Before I could contemplate my impending demise, the hand had absconded with my very own knife, and this realization proved too much, and then I crumpled to the snow, fainting from fright. The very act of awakening from such a nightmare was a treasure in itself, though the initial joy of the occasion was soon replaced with outright disgust, as near to me, jutting up from the snow, was my severed hand. Resigning myself to what I knew to be true, I looked at where I should have had a stump, only to find the old man's hand in its place, black steel finger full of silent mockery. To this day I do not know the power residing within this hand. All attempts at prying and poking have met with zero information. I can only hope that this entry puts the rest of the years of speculation as to how I came about sporting such an old appendage. Of all the stories I have heard, none are more strange than the actual event. Isn't that always the case? Professor Frederick von Habsgood, 1802. So now we can share the book with an easy heart. What the hell is this? Is this road? I'm not sure if you go to things like conventions, but does steampunk ever show up as a subculture at Russian cons or other nerd events? Oh, this is... So, let's imagine that we still have a culture of conventions, comic cons, and people are not actively politically persecuted for having fun in life and sharing the Western entertainment phenomena, and that let's imagine that we don't have such things replaced with pseudo-patriotic things that disguise themselves as fun events for young people. So let's imagine that those things do not happen, although they do. Let's remember the times when we had such stuff. Yes, there was, of course, steampunk. A lot. Because the Russian gaming community is very, very, very active and numerous. It's one of the, I think, most active in the world. And yeah, of course, we have cosplayers and lots of things. I'm not myself an attender of such things, but people do enjoy such things. There are photographers who work in that industry. There are many models that I'm sure are popular internationally. Apparently the creature wanted to cast some spell. It was too slow. Now, what do we collect here? Gauntlets, ring, and battered wooden shield. We should be very careful here because there will be some extremely valuable artifacts that we, under no circumstances, should lose. Yeah. All of that is just truly special. By the way, Virgil, maybe I can help you out slightly if I take the... Oh, they're very, very light. Actually, I thought they were heavy, but they're not. They're not. What is heavy then? Just your armor? Probably just your armor. Okay, then no need to... Oh, I don't have to walk back, right? I can just do this. Skip to morning time. There are also fighting pits here. Sir, I've dispatched the sorcerer's beast for you. Spectacular. Our small community thanks you. Here's a token of appreciation. Thanks. I got this strange necklace. Sir? Anything wrong? No, nothing. And you? To be sure, my pleasure. May I ask what someone such as yourself is doing here? My name is Cynthia Boggs. I was born here. The man who envisioned this hell for those who refused to adapt to their society and neglected to provide for the offspring of the convicted. This is scandalous. You've been here for your whole life. Yes, it wasn't a bad life, as it were, until my mother died last year. She kept the worst of it from me. Since her passing, I have become abused and treated like common property. Can't you speak with Torvald about this? Torvald will not listen to my tale. He is only concerned with the affairs of men. Women are beneath his concern. He is a dwarf, after all. This is a most distressing tale. What can be done about this? She looks around to see if anyone else could possibly overhear what she is about to tell you next. There's a tribe of nomadic women on this island who have cast off the shackles of oppression these men have tried to impose on them. If I could escape from here, I believe they would allow me to join with them. What could I do to help? If you could speak with their leader, Loria, they might come and rescue me. Okay, it would be a pleasure to help you. Oh, bless you. Show me your map. She marks the location. This is the location of the tribe as far as I know. Also, here's a white scarf to wear around your head. If they see a man approaching without it, they will attack him. How do you know all this information? My mother used to tell me tales of these women when I was younger. She told me to escape and live with them if anything ever happened to her. Why don't you simply leave? I'm not allowed to leave the encampment. I've tried before, but they always catch me. And then, the punishment. I'm truly sorry. I'll get you out of here as soon as possible. A really monstrous tale, to be honest. I can't imagine the life she has here. Kinda makes me wanna do something like this. But we'll do that later, I suppose. What it's worth, all the conventions in America have been heavily corporatized, and there is almost no reason to go anymore unless you have connections for the after party. Always an overstatement. The small ones are still decent when the roof doesn't start leaking and no one commits an act of terrorism. Very common. I mean, you serious? Terrorism at Comic-Con. Small Comic-Con, that is. Let's see. Half-Orc Bandit. Yes, how are you? What can I do for you? Hello, sir. Might I ask who you are? I be called Norian, out here on the island. Nothing more, nothing less. Greetings. What is it that you do here, Norian? Try to keep myself, mostly. When I'm not doing that, I brew a little potato moonshine. Potatoes are about the only thing that will grow on this god-forsaken island. I see. Must be quite a demand for strong drink out here. You can say that again, lad. Not much else to take a man's mind off things. Makes me right popular around here as well. Most of the men come here when they've got something to trade. Speaking of, he looks you over considering. I might have a job for you if you're looking for work. What sort of work are you talking about, Norian? It's not a difficult piece of work. I trade with an old man by the name Maximilian, who lives out here in the wilds beyond the village wall. Old Max ain't a bad sort, but dangerous, you know what I mean? I've owed him a jug of moonshine for a fortnight, but with all the men disappearing, I've been scared to go out and take it to him. Who is disappearing? You should ask the guard at the gate. We have men who go out every day to gather supplies for the camp, and lately a few of them have disappeared. Not a trace of them could be found. So, I've been scared to deliver the moonshine to old Maximilian. Perhaps I might be of assistance? You're a braver soul than I, if you are willing to face whatever is out there. Old Max might not even be alive, but I don't want to make him mad if he is. If you take this jug out to him, I'll give you a jug of your own. Yeah. You never know what some of old Norian's moonshine is worth. Okay, I'll do so in return. That's grand. Here's the moonshine. He hands you the jug. And here's where old Maximilian was living the last time I saw him. He points to a place on your map. Tell Maximilian to give you a note confirming the delivery. You bring that back, and I'll give you a jug for myself. America is a nation of schizophrenic narcissists. Gas attacks at conventions are way too common. Well, I cannot say that I've really... I mean, I know of different public... no, I think disturbances is not strong enough to call that some really atrocious acts, but gas attacks, that's something I don't think I've really heard of. This one now, I don't remember what he is about. Hello, sir. The man before you is dressed in rags, but hung from head to foot are small objects and trinkets of every kind. Name is Jones, the collector. They call me out here. Why do they call you the collector? Because that's what I do, boy. I collect things, all sorts of things, all shapes and sizes and tastes and colors. If it's to be had on the aisle, old Jones has got it. Got me, boy? Ain't no one knows better about the getting of things than Jones the collector. Yeah, I think I get the picture, Jones. Do you trade as well? Does an ogre's breath smell like yesterday's catch? Ray, boy, I've been trading longer than you've been asking stupid questions. He laughs, slapping his knee. The objects ring and clang as he moves. I'm just joking with you, boy. But yes, I know a fair bit about trading. Okay, what sort of things have you been collecting lately? Oh, just about everything that washed up on the shore. Old forks and rusted pipes and the occasional shoe or boot. You looking for shoes? I got shoes, you wouldn't believe. Not on the match, but out here. Wait, he seems to remember something. You're new around here, boy. Looking to earn some goods, make a trade? Yeah. I'm actually looking for some dwarves. Could you help me? Dwarves? What you been eating with dwarves? Nobody around here gonna trade in nothing for a dwarf. Jones starts cackling uncontrollably, almost abandoning himself. Sorry, boy, kinda struck me funny. So, have you seen any, Jones? Jones calms down in a moment. Ain't but one dwarf on the aisle, boy, and that's Torvald Two Stones. He runs things around here. His house is on the northern end of the town. So, about work. Well, I've been trying to get someone to go down to Shades Beach for the last few months. There's something really strange down there, and from what I've been told, plenty of things that a man like me might be interested in. What do you mean by strange? What's down there? There's a few mage types around here, and they say that just getting with earshot of the place screws up all their spells. Something down there that just don't agree with magic. Plus, old Daytrick brought me back a weapon from there, the likes I never seen. I'd go down myself, but they say it's crawling with beasts and whatnot. Okay, what are you offering if I go down there? He squints, thinking. I'll tell you what. You bring back some objects from the beach, and if you find something good, I'll trade you that weapon I told you about. God knows I can't make heads or tails of it. Okay, I'll do so in return. Done. Here's where the beach is. He points on the map. Good luck to you. Can't wait to see what you dig up. That was sarcasm if you couldn't tell all. I don't think they've ever ended in a fatality, so people haven't ever taken them seriously, and even if they had, I doubt the news would care, cause it's just a bunch of dirty... But it's very true that the news won't cover stories like this because people just don't care enough. It sounds very sad, I'll give you that. Majorly sad. What's this place? Place to sleep, if I recall correctly, or something different. Just a house. Just a house, nothing special. Okay, so two more things here. The arena. The arena and Torvald himself. I need to drop the trash Identified gauntlets. Oh, come on, don't put them on, please. Wait, did you just... Magnus got poisoned by those gauntlets. Tobacco leaves. When did you manage to grab those? The first 21st century, the world is just insane right now. It has always been insane. Yeah, we just now have better methods of knowing about that. Sorry. The old man before you is lean and scarred. Watch your step there, lad. That ain't the place for a weak spine. Perhaps you'd better move on. Really? And who might you be to think so? Regards you silently, then breaks into a smile. That's the spirit, lad. You might just have a little backbone yet. I'm called Gorin, master of the pit. What's your business here? Just taking a look around, Gorin. What's the pit? This here be the pit, lad. If there is a problem between two inmates here on the island, this is usually where it's resolved. Here, or by Thorvald Two Stones. Men do a lot of gambling on the outcomes, and there is a few men and women who make their way on the island by fighting here all the time. I see. How does one schedule a fight? Well, let's first ask. I'm looking for some dwarves. Who might I see about that? Dwarves. The only dwarf around here is Thorvald Two Stones, and even if there was more, old Thorvald is the only one that would matter. And he's the one who runs things on this island. Tough little dwarf, been here longer than any of us, and no one questions what he says. Got a big half-ogre named Ogdin, big fist, to make sure it stays that way. And how does one schedule a fight? You want to try your hand in the pit, lad? Ogdin Big Fist is the man to see about that. He's second in command to Thorvald, and Thorvald is the man who decides things around here. I'm warning you, lad, you don't want to be going to the pit unless you are willing to be carried out. Understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I do. The algorithm is Palantir. We are Saruman the White, and all we see is evil. Oh, that's a very wise thing to say. Very wise. I actually, you know, if you don't mind, I'm gonna modify your statement slightly. We are Denethor, because Denethor only saw the evil that Sauron showed him, and eventually he got desperate and lost all hope, which are two synonymous statements, of course. And at the same time, it wasn't the case, right? Like the world was as great as it was terrible there, and Denethor just fell prey to the faulty Palantir. Yeah. Is it what you want to say, Nicholas? Because if you do, then we are on the same page here. It's nice. Anyway, sir. Nice. So, high five there. I want to speak to Ogdin. I am Ogdin. What is it you wish to speak to me about? I need to find the Black Mountain clan. This is a dwarven clan, is it not? Yes. You will not find them there, good sir. Your time would be better spent searching the mountains of the mainland. You haven't seen any dwarves? I was there. I was told I could find them here. I have no knowledge of any dwarves on this island other than Thorvald. Can you tell me about Thorvald? He has been here for a very long time, longer than any of us. He may be able to supply you with the answers you seek. Where can I find him? He resides behind these doors. Only a select few are allowed an audience. It is my charge to filter out those undeserving of the owner. Well, no offense, but you seem very articulate for an ogre. No offense perceived, sir. In actuality, I am but a half-ogre. Never having had contact with either of my parents, I do not have any information as to the specific nature of my lineage. Never knew your parents? No. I have a vague recollection of the orphanage, though, but something about the memory seems a bit peculiar. What exactly? It is a most strange thing, because I remember it. All the other children were half-ogres like myself. What's wrong with that? It's very rare that a human and an ogre would mate, and most of the time, these couplings are the result of force. If there were significant numbers of rapes being committed by ogres, I believe the newspapers would have been overflowing with calls to eradicate ogres. I've noticed that many city gnomes use half-ogre servants. Now that you mention it, it does seem a bit strange. Even I spent some time myself as a servant to a gnome of rather high standing. Did you work for gnomes your whole life before coming here? No. From a very early age, I remember working in a printer shop from the early morning hours to well into the evening. I would then retire to the storage room where I was allowed to rest for a few hours. The next day, I would be up before daybreak to start again. It sounds truly distressing. How long did you work there for? I've no way to gauge how long I spent in that miserable shop. Eventually, I was rescued by a well-to-do gnome who made a big show about paying the printmaster a sum of money for the inconvenience. I now recognize this as the accepted way to buy and sell individuals. I worked for Mr. Chaplain until I was sent here. Why were you sent here? Mr. Chaplain didn't wish to have a savage serving his guests, so he hired a tutor for me. Miriam was her name. I never knew that humans could be kind, or even what kindness was, until I met her. She taught me for 3 years until I began to ask too many questions. What happened then? The more I questioned, the more agitated Mr. Chaplain became. Early one morning, the constable came to the house and escorted me away. I didn't even see Mr. Chaplain. My fate didn't become evident until I was on the ship coming here. Why did they send you here? People don't like their property to ask too many difficult questions. Being an influential gnome, it was a simple matter for him to have me shipped here. I believe I was perceived as a potential agitator of the workers. I'm sorry for you. Could you allow me to see Torvald? I have a very specific rule I'm pledged to follow. No one enters without first proving themselves on the field of battle, so to speak. The field of battle in this instance would be the pit, barbaric but effective in detouring the undesirable element. The island is sorely lacking in any kind of entertainment, so the men invented their own barbaric form, pit fighting. It sounds as if you don't necessarily approve of the pit fights. I don't mind them, they make my job easier, they're just not my particular brand of entertainment. I would rather pass the time with a good book. You appreciate a good book, do you? Sadly, yes. Why, sadly? There are not many good books on the island. What good is love of books when there are none to be had? I recently saw a book by Frederick von Habsgood. Would it interest you? Why, yes, that would be most splendid. I would be most pleased if you could retrieve it for me. Would be my pleasure. So, I've brought the book you wished to read. Thank you very much. So, could you do me a favor in return? Could you let me speak to Torvald? You seem like a decent chap, and I don't detect any subterfuge on your part. Torvald will be cross with me, but go on in. My sincere thanks. So fighting is no longer an option because we've given the book. So I'm here to schedule the fight. Oh no, I still can fight, right? Kill all the gnomes. Another anthropological question. How are labor organizations such as unions generally perceived in post-Soviet Russia? I would say that nobody ever speaks of those. I hear of them only we talk of the phenomenon, when we talk of this phenomenon, and that's it. Phenomenon. If there is a matter to solve about employment, usually people threaten each other with some labor commission or prosecutor's office or police or court. They never ever bring up the trade unions. Never ever. Nobody cares. So I think that's it. That's all I can tell you. Nobody cares about them, I suppose, except for them themselves. Like I do think they have an office, but I don't even know where it is now. Used to be in the city center, not far from where I live, but might be wrong though. I think Googling could be more trustworthy than my opinion here. So, Ogden sent you over here to fight, boy. I don't know if that means he likes you or hates you. The old man laughs heartily. No matter. We'll see soon enough what you're made of. You'll be fighting with whatever you got on you. Other than that, there ain't no rules. Only one man walks out of the pit, boy. Are you ready to fight? I'm ready. Gorin looks behind you. Oh, I didn't tell you. You go into the pit alone, lad. You can't be bringing your friends down here. You'll have to wait until you're done fighting and come back when you're ready. Right, let's create a just-in-case save. Now we have to ask the companions
What is it that you want of me?
to wait.
Leaving you alone.
Wait, Vollinger, give me the armor, please. I need to be more decently protected. So Vollinger, can you do something for me? Wait here for a while. Magnus,
How can I help? What would you like?
wait here for a while. Jaina, wait here for a while.
Yes, sir. What would... I'll be waiting here for you to...
Save, and I'm ready. Help. What is this? Help. Sir? Congratulations, lad. Borak was one of our toughest fighters. You did well in there. Will you be off to speak with Torvald right away? Your answer gave me more info than an article could, to be honest. You mean that I have no idea, and that means that we don't really have that thing in our society at the kind of same level of... not popularity, but it's not such a relevant topic. You probably wanted to check that, right? Aren't there any real fighters around here, Gorin? Ha, you're a true pit dog if I've ever seen one. Go back in, there'll be another fighter waiting for you. Nothing to loot? No, there is a sword. That sword that we so love. Thank you, Virgil. I really appreciate your help, even though he's not in our party, he still heals me up. Okay, another one. Another one. If you have any fighters to challenge me. Why are you running? Whoa. Elf thief. Interesting now. I'll consume the potion. That looks like a trouble. I'm missing lots of my shots. That's very bad. And I'm not sure why the sound disappears. Shoot! Killed successfully. Playing this in real-time mode is quite brave. I mean, this creature here is fast. Very fast, right? So... see? I'm missing my shots. Dodging, the bastard. I need to make the elf fall to the ground. At last. What? Just a dagger? And that's all? Thanks for healing me up. Advance 1 hour. Anyone else? Okay, this one is not a challenge. That thief was, but this man, no. Like your build though, is like a SWAT. And I'm also terribly over encumbered. Just terribly so. Sir, am I done? Yeah, with my situation with the speed. If I drop it to the ground, will Virgil pick it up? No! Sir, what are you doing? Okay, Jaina, please, take the things temporarily. Thanks. Can you do something for me? Wait a bit. Yeah. I need to save the game before I go in. This now. What the hell? Remove the... Wait. Why are you... I'm done. Thanks. Sir, I've never seen anything like it. You're a mad dog, a maniac, blah blah blah. Who is next, Gorin? No one would be fool enough to fight you, lad. You've beaten all of our best. I'd say that makes you the champion. I'm thinking that the men out here are going to be staying out of your way. Excellent. And new level. New level means that I'm gonna invest into what? Into my intelligence, I think. Right? Or dexterity. Or intelligence. I think I want to be sure that I can finish the game properly with the proper ending, so let's go for intelligence. Now, I think I have reputation champion of the pit on the Isle of Despair. By defeating all of the pit warriors, you have gained the reputation of being the most grizzled pit fighter of them all. So what? Am I gonna
What is it that I'm ready to get
enjoy that somehow? Like, people will be reacting to me better, maybe. Have I missed any message? No, not really, I think.
How can I help? It's about time.
Magnus, Gar.
I'm ready to follow you, sir.
Let's be on our way then. Then comes Sog. Then comes Jaina. Vollinger. And the dog. Everyone connected without any problems, which is super nice. Let me take the heavy things, give them instead to Magnus here. Then the suit I'm gonna put on. The armor goes to Vollinger. Enjoy the protection again. And now I can open the door and talk to this man here. I think he doesn't send us on any quest, right? We just talk and then we can leave the island. So I think we should first do the quest. Beginning from the home of Maximilian, for instance. Nighttime. Does he sleep? Yes, he does. Let's not wake him up. I'm gonna just be standing in behind his door, which I think is extremely scary for him to think of that. Like, why the hell is this man standing behind the door all the night long with his team? Sir, it's nice to make your acquaintance, he says. And who might you be? The man before you is old, but still holds himself with strength and dignity. He seems to take all of you in at once, weighing what he sees before him. My name is Maximilian. A pleasure, Maximilian. Might I ask you a few questions? Of course. First of all, I brought you a jug of moonshine from Norian. You have. I see that Norian hadn't backbone to deliver it himself. He laughs. Not that I can blame him. The wilds are no place to be risking your neck for a jug of potato wine. I appreciate it, stranger. I'm sure he wants a receipt. Of course. Here you go. He hands you a note. Okay, might I ask you a few questions? What are you doing here? That's my business, friend. The Isle of Despair is no place to be asking a man about his past. I recommend you mind your business, sir. Well, every man has his secrets. Believe me, I understand. He seems a little surprised. He gives you a shrewd look, making a new appraisal. You're right. Please forgive my short-sightedness. No doubt you've things of value to share as well. Perhaps you and I might have something to speak of, after all. Don't confine in degenerates like yourself. Yeah, I'd enjoy that. Tell me of yourself, Maximilian. Perhaps now is a good time to tell stories, but forgive me if I'm a little leery of companionship. I've spent many years out here in the wilds by myself. Might I ask you to tell me of yourself before I begin? Yeah, sure. It began not long ago. Tell him your tale. He's silent for a long time. Then it seems grave times have come to Arcanum, and somehow you've become entangled in her problems. You're a brave soul, sir. Few are those who would do the things you've done. Virtue and valor allow me to act in no other way. Maximilian smiles. You've no idea how refreshing it is to hear someone speak in such a noble manner, sir. There were years I believed that there were no men left in this land who knew what those words meant. So what's your story, Max? Yes, it's long past time that someone knew my tale. Tell me, friend, do you know of anything of the kingdom of Cumbria, the capital city of Dernholm, King Praetor I? I've been there before. I see. The Cumbria I speak of was a much different place, far different than what it is today, I'm sure. I speak of a time when Cumbria was a powerful kingdom, when the elves and dwarves would come to her walls to pay tribute to her king, when the banners of the famed dragon knights were a thing to be respected and feared. Well, I've seen Cumbria. It falls far from what you describe. No, there is no doubt that Cumbria is but a shadow of her former glory. The day came long ago when her fate was sealed, the day when technology began to rival magic, when the old ways began to fall to the new. So, did Cumbria resist the change? Yes, and vehemently. The king at the time, Thoran, was a wise and brave man, but set in his ways. Maximilian smiled sadly. He was cut from sterner stuff, but he was like stone, unwavering, but inflexible. He failed to see how Cumbria needed to grow, to change. And so he passed laws outlawing the use of technology in his lands and set a ruling council of mage advisors at his side. For years, Cumbria was still very strong and influential, but it was only a matter of time. Cumbria was surpassed, both in commerce and in power. When mighty Thoran demanded the release of certain disputed lands, Cumbria was taught a harsh lesson. The armies of Cumbria were slaughtered, the dragon knights cut down by gun and cannon fire. The glory of older days was lost. And King Thoran, what happened to him? Maximilian looks to the horizon. He is far away. He was killed. He led the final charge of the dragon knights and was shot as any common soldier, wavering and brave to the end. I see. What does this all have to do with you, Maximilian? He seems to come to himself looking back at you. With the death of Thoran came a power struggle. There were those who believed that Cumbria should embrace the new age, to seek a better way and make her powerful again, but others thought differently. Yes, some people cannot see the answer even when it's laid before them in the form of a dead king. Thoran had two sons. The older son believed in the new ways, and the younger son believed in nothing. And so, the mage council that Thoran had put in place put their influence behind the younger son. Wasn't the older son heir to the throne by birthright? Yes, but man will create all manner of evil in pursuit of power. The mage council who controlled the younger son brought false allegations against the older son, charging him with treason. He was taken in the night and sent away to rot in prison for the rest of his days. The oldest son? By the gods! Yes, stranger, the oldest son was me. I was sent here. My name is Maximilian. General Maximus. I need to find this line. It just serves. My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the north, general of the Felix legions, and loyal servant to the true emperor Marcus Aurelius. There was something about that. Father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next. And that's where we proceed. The oldest son was me. I was sent here by my own brother, King Praetor I of Cumbria, and I've been here ever since. I don't know what to say. I have no words. Look at this response. That's a shame, old boy. Well, I must be going. Yeah, I don't know what to say. No words are necessary, my friend. You've done enough to sit here and listen to my story. I've made peace with my past. Life here on the isle is harsh, but a man learns to live with himself, to accept what life brings. That's so unfair. I could bring you home. No. My time in Cumbria has passed. If my brother leaves, I'm sure he's paid the price due him. He was young and foolish. When one is a king, life is unforgiving when you leave so. Cumbria. Perhaps the kingdom still needs you. He looks at you and then away to the west. I can still feel here, you know, the stone walls of Dunholm, the rolling hills and vales, the trumpet blast of the dragon knights marching to battle. I wake up sometimes and I forget where I am. Come back with me, Maximilian. It's not too late. He looks back again. Perhaps. I will ask you this, my friend. The captain of the Dragon Knights was a man named Warren Peldar. He was my true friend. If he still lives, and curious to do so, tell him I'm here, and that I enjoy once more the pleasure of his company. I already know of Warren Peldar. Tell him of his daughter. Sorrow passes over his face. So, my old friend is dead. He shall be missed. But this Liana, his daughter, you say, tell me, what is she like? She's a warrior, like her father. I see, he smiles. Perhaps Cumbria still has a burning heart. If you wish, go to Liana Peldar and tell her I'm here. Who knows what will come of such things? You see a hard look come over his face, a proud look. I will, Maximilian, I swear to you. I would greatly appreciate it, friend. Good luck to you, wherever your travels might take you. Farewell. Maximilian, Maximus Decimus Meridius, the commander of the northern armies, and so on and so forth. The note, I've received the Moonshine, Maximilian, quests, probably that will be about Blackroot and going to Liana Peldar. Yep, exactly. Now we are going to the Shades Beach to look at those monsters. They have huge bows, those creatures. So loot. So this is the beach, and here we have some animals. I hate the way they voiced the monkeys. It's just unacceptable. The terrorism towards my ears is just unfathomable. Let's pick up the items, because if I don't pick them up, my characters will. Huh? What did that do? Oh, you see that? I saw you do that, you prick. Volunteer, give it to me. Ancient gears, you bastard. I think there are 3 items to be had here, plus this schematic, right? And look, Volunteer doesn't even listen to orders, he just runs. And what was that? I don't like that. Volunteer.
Of course, sir.
Stop. I will move myself. If you...
Good show, sir.
Look, this is Vollinger again. Walking towards the loot. Such a bastard, he... Oh, ancient looking glass. Yes, there was something else. Something else. And the schematic. So I found 1, 2, 3, 4. And schematic. You have learned and you... Reanimator. Cure-all and large capacitor. Now I can make it myself. The schematic is printed on a strange sort of paper and looks to be very old. The writing is faded, almost beyond recognition. Experiments upon the life force, regenerative chemical compounds, unbelievable results, completely revived and functioning normally, advances when the Grothian science. Cure-all. And this cure-all, I don't recall. It's tier 7 of the herbology tree. That's... I don't recall if I can... Oh, another schematic. Wait a second. How can I need to check on the internet if I have anything else. Bronwick's gun. As Salamanca said, I don't care about the gun. Bronwick gun. Mithril ore, ancient gun, chassis. Mithril ore, ancient gun chassis. That we will find in Vendigroth, I think. Much later. Items on the beach. On the Isle of Despair. Arcanum. So there are 6 total items, 4 artifacts and 2 schematics. Okay, and that's beautiful. I can now proceed. What's this scarf? Do I put it on my neck? No, I put it on my head. Strangely, I think the scarf should be on your neck, right? Not over your head, but the game thinks otherwise. Oh, there is another monkey. Let's go dispatch it so that life of those women nearby will be much more peaceful and safe. And it's a courteous monkey. It doesn't really want to fight, it looks like, but as soon as it... More? Interesting. Dispatched successfully. Anyone else to be killed? I remember there was another location here. Something with some monsters. Or am I imagining things? Probably I'm imagining things. And it's important because we won't have a chance to come back here. Isle of Despair, Arcanum. Maybe secrets. 2 stones, Maximilian, the Beast, no. Blocked, Amazon tribe. Locations. I want to be very, very careful. Whole layer of the temporal crusher. The pit. AI is so bad that it doesn't even tell you everything there is there. So bad, so bad. Thorvald, if you're not a gnome, then with 9 points of persuasion, you can ask Thorvald to join your party. For real? If you're not a gnome, like he is against gnomes. What? That's why I could almost never make him join me, because I often played as a gnome. Have to spend a solid 30 minutes interrogating whether I try to use AI and normally use it on. No, I mean it's usually very useful, but just now it's weird. Maybe images. So no, it looks like I've found everything necessary. It's only ever help when I already know the answer. Just got. No, I mean it's much better for me, but yeah, here it just was. I mean, Arcanum doesn't have that many. I think pages on the internet. Although I'm not sure, maybe it does. So, hello. What brings you to our tribe, boy? I'm not boy. I'm 90 years old. Where did you get the headband? It was given to me by a poor woman who wishes to join you. Why is she not here herself? She's not able to escape from the southern encampment. We do not need those who cannot fend for themselves, so you would simply leave her to rot? Perhaps you don't realize where you are. Look around. This is a wasteland that devours the unprepared. At least she's protected in the encampment. We cannot afford to have someone who needs to be helped along. What should I tell her? That you don't care she's suffering? I feel for her, but out here feelings mean nothing. I can give you this old pistol to bring to her. She hands you an old rusty pistol. Tell her to use it to escape if she means to join up with us. Well, charging the gates with that pistol would be suicide. Better to die fighting than to live a torturous life. Well, she has a point. Don't think she'll be relieved to hear that. Such is life. Is there anything else? May I ask about you? What's your story? I was sent here for killing a man that was beating me, and I refused to be trapped in the man's encampment when I arrived. My women have either escaped the encampment or avoided it altogether from the time they arrived. Thanks for sharing, I suppose. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so that's essentially it for these ladies. Let's come back to the encampment now. Sleep until morning time. Really, will Torvald refuse to join me? Those uppity wenches want nothing to do with our bit of civilization we've built here. Too good to serve us what they taught. Ingrates. How could they have given all this up? Not appreciate your tone of sarcasm, stranger. Not appreciate your breathing air so close to me, dog. Would you appreciate me slicing your guts open, swine? Welcome to Trident, man. Talking about women in that way is punishable by death, I suppose. Yeah? It's punishable by death. Huh? What's the matter? So, will they all attack me now? No? Just some of them will. Well, your choice, guys. Your choice. I wanted neither of that. Magnus, why do you have weapons? Tell me. But you chose to talk disrespectfully, to abuse women.
How can I help?
And you came, you got what you were asking for, right? Now the place will be better, cleaner. Interestingly, I never thought of this behavior when I played the game the first time, for the second, for the third, for the fifth, just now. So I guess maturing, understanding things. And I suppose not all of them are attacking me because not all of them are chauvinists, misogynists. Only those that are misogynists attacked me. So we've just made the... I'm not saying we should do what we've done here to misogynists. I'm just saying that women deserve respect as much as men do. Okay, Norian. I delivered the moonshine. You made it. I'm glad to see it. I appreciate your help, friend. Here is your jugs of moonshine. Hands it to you. Good luck. Thanks. Thanks. Could we trade, by the way, no? You're okay in Norian's book. Thanks again for your help. I see. We cannot trade. Norian's potato moonshine. What if I drink it? What will happen? Something will grow. 7, 4, 8... 8, 5, 7, 9. I see. It's just basic alcohol. And now the effects have worn off. We can go forward. Not enough games let you be the turbo asshole. Like there is no justification at all besides being a dick. I missed the exact point what this was the reaction to. Thorvald, hello. You're welcome here, brother. Could I speak with you? What is it that you wish to know? How did you end up here? I was defending the honor of my clan. The bloated, thick-headed gnomes and their laws had me shipped off to this rock. Weren't you and your clan banished for sharing your technology? What are you going on about? I'm the only one of my clan here. Where is the rest of the Black Mountain clan? Black Mountain clan? There's no Black Mountain clans. There is no Black Mountainers here. I'm the only dwarf that has ever lived on this rock. You're not of the Black Mountain clan? I am Thorvald Two Stones of the Wheel clan. You're a bit off in your directions. The Black Mountain clan is in the northernmost region of the Stonewall Mountains. I've been there. Their mines are deserted. This is strange, but why is it you believe that they are here? You were banished here. They were banished here by order of the Wheel clan. Who told you this? A feeble-minded dwarf hidden deep in their minds. Godmund. Godmund or Bender and I were friends, but in no way was he feeble-minded. He was one of the bravest warriors I knew. I find it hard to imagine that he could have become feeble-minded in such a short time. The story he told was very disturbing. What did he tell you? Apparently YouTube doesn't like when you use the phrase killing women in certain contexts. I was saying I appreciate the option being given for no other reason than letting you be an asshole. In the camp, you mean, when we talked to the Amazons. So let's tell Thorvald the story. The whole clan gone. My clan involving themselves with Magics. None of this makes sense. Have you spoken to the Wheel clan about this? I don't even know where the Wheel clan is. Do you? Of course I do. Here, I'll mark your map, but knowing its location will not be enough. What do you mean? To keep out warlords, our clan created an optical illusion of the grandest scale using glass and mirrors, which makes the entrance of our mine look as if it never existed. Then how do you get in? A pair of specifically made spectacles which use thin slices of Cathorn crystal as lenses. Every member of the Wheel clan has a pair. I still have mine. I need those... I'll get you off this island if you get me into the Wheel clan. No, I don't believe you'll ever be leaving this island alive anyways. Why do you say that? Did you think you could land a boat on this island without anyone knowing? I'm sure it's already been captured and your captain thrown to the sharks. This is my... and come with me. With you by my side, they will let you pass. Sounds tempting, but it's too risky. I'm in good position here and don't want to jeopardize it. If the man discovered I had joined up with you and was planning on leaving them here to rot, it would mean both of our heads. Suit yourself, I'm getting off this rock one way or the other. Well, if you do happen to get off this rock, could you do me a favor? Most assuredly, good sir. If you do get inside the Will clan, please tell them I'm here. Sure. Can I ask other questions?
Yes, well,
Fuck. I didn't save before I talked to him. Damn it. Oh, anyway, I need to talk to the engineer first. Greetings, Jones. Could I have a moment of your time? What can old Jones do for you? I found some objects on Shades Beach. Let's see what you got. Ancient gears. They are the heaviest. That looks like a good trade. Done. I'll take it and you can have the weapon. He hands it to you. It's been a pleasure working with you. It's mutual. It's mutual. And I got ancient gun chassis. Perfect. Just amazing. Not sure I'll need the pocket watch or the looking glass, but I'm gonna keep everything that is about. Maybe we should ask the internet. So just to be sure, Arcanum, ancient watch or pocket watch or gears or looking glass. What to give away? Looking glass, pocket watch, or gears. They'll trigger the same reward. Okay. Did you know that islands like this were actually pretty common in medieval Japan? They didn't have much space to spare for prisons, so they just left people on islands and they started villages. No, I did not. Well, I mean, it makes sense, but... the closest I have mentally been to the concept is when I read Robinson Crusoe. I think it was there that they left someone on the island, or was it the? Yeah, it was Robinson Crusoe, because in the Mysterious Island by Jules Verne. I'm not sure how it's called in English. I think it has to be that, but or something similar. Jules Verne, Mysterious Island. Yeah, there something different happened. So, yeah, so it had to be Robinson Crusoe. They left criminals, there to set up a colony. So, or just to survive there, basically. So, how did it end up here? Clan banished. Mountain clan deserted. It was your clan. What is it? Do you want? Huh? What? You didn't like my rudeness, I suppose. Yeah, shouldn't be rude with him. I'll get you off this island. I still need your spectacles. Nothing to lose. My life, the spectacles are you dim. Now hear me out. If I fail to take back the ship, tell your man I stole them. Thanks for a moment. Please. No, you cannot convince me. There is too much at risk. Such a bastard. Doesn't want to go with me. Doesn't want to go to give the glasses. Very well, so you do get off the island and want. I'll tell your clan of your situation and they will come to your aid. I'll give you the spectacles, I swear. Oh. I was defending the honor of my clan, the bloated, thick-headed gnomes and their laws, blah blah. I was in the pub minding my own affairs when I overheard a gnomish merchant mouthing off about how the Will clan was just a bunch of cheap, worthless ditch diggers. I confronted him and told him to apologize. He would not. Instead, he let his liquor do his talking for him, so I let my fist do mine. It only took one solid hit and he was gone. Gone. Weak-necked bastards. The next day I was shipped off to this rock. Shouldn't be killing people over talking, I think. And it's an endless conversation about increasing his attitude to us, right? So I can have maximum relationship. The only thing that doesn't fix is that I'm a gnome, and he doesn't want to join us, sadly. But I did get his Will clan spectacles. Do you think you could survive on desert? Do you think you could survive on a deserted island, presuming the island had enough resources for you to survive on if you put in the work? If I prepare, I think if I prepare, I might. I thought about it. I like this genre of literature. I really incredibly love the Robinson Crusoe book. But I really lack engineering knowledge, technology knowledge, so some farming knowledge, of course, and medicine. So I do need to prepare, maybe read some books about that, have some manuals with me if it is possible. Yeah, because I think without all that, I have kind of low chances. What about you, Nicholas? Do you think you would survive? Hey, Torvald, I want to talk to you about Magnus. Shit, no. And I saved the game after I spoke to him already. Fuck. We missed a very interesting conversation line. Oh, damn it. Just in case. Oh, we can do it this way. I'll just have this interaction and then we'll be off. Sir, what's your business here? Ogden let me in. These people. Why is the conversation different? Funny, very funny. Things are messed up here. So I thought the dwarves didn't reveal their last names. What? A dwarf doesn't hold his name in secret. He's proud of it and will tell everyone. Who told you such foolishness? Magnus? How do you explain this?
Yes. I've told you that there are different traditions among different clans, and oh, blast it. Is it my affair if every dwarf wants to yell his name from the mountaintop?
No need to get angry, Magnus. You're just stupid. I'm asking a question.
Yes, well, I don't like you questioning my beliefs or my knowledge. I'm a dwarf by Alberic. I bloody well know what dwarfs do and don't do.
And at least what Rowan's almanac tells you, right?
Rowan's almanac? What? Are you implying that I need that blasted book to tell me about being a dwarf? Why, I should wring your neck right here and now.
Fucking maniac. Magnus. I don't like him, to be honest. I loved him when I was in my 20s and played the game, but now I just see he is stupid, arrogant prick. Also hot-blooded. So anyway, Cynthia. Oh, come on, no. Please. Fighting has been over for hours now. Let's skip a few days. That will help her calm down. I think I could survive, says Nicholas, as long as I have a vessel with me that I could boil water with. I know of alternatives, but a cooking pot would make life much easier. A knife would also be a nice allowance. Yeah, indeed. Making a knife out of the ores. Oh, come on, she's still... Cynthia, really? Do you have to be like that? Have to travel now, I suppose. Let's have a round of glory around the island and come back. That will skip enough days for her to calm down, I suppose. And we're not ambushed by anyone, which is interesting. I've tried stone lapping. Stone. What's that? Stone lapping is the process of flattening and cleaning and sharpening of whetstone that has become an even dish to group from use. Could use a coarser leveling stone, diamond plate, or loose abrasive grit with water to grind the surface back to a flat plane. Oh, I have this thing at home. I use it to sharpen my knives. I wanted to say my blades, but I don't have blades. Although my grandfather does. So yeah, I use this whetstone to sharpen knives. Quite a laborious process it is. Morning time. I wanted morning time, please. Thanks. Lapping wasn't the word I was looking for. Let me look. Oh, I see. Okay. So, Cynthia. Pleasure it is. I've returned to help you escape. Have you spoken with Luria? Are they not going to come rescue me themselves? They want nothing to do with those who cannot help themselves. She looks crestfallen. Suppose they are right. I should be able to extricate myself from my bonds if I am to be welcomed amongst them. Well, please, let me help you. It's a dangerous trek to their camp. You would do that for me? I thank you and humbly accept your offer of help. Follow me, I'll find some way to get you out of here. Okay, again, sir. Wait, no. There should be a way to take her with us to Torrent. I remember. Napping. Oh. Okay. Stone napping. Oh, I see. That's, I think, what prehistoric people did, right? So, here's a pistol that gave me to give to you. Good luck. Death to oppressors. There are no one to kill, Cynthia. No one. Here's a pistol. Thank you again, sir. So I think I'll be just taking her to my ship, right? Here we have some thieves that tried to assault our ship with money. Bunch of brigands. What were they thinking? Teach, what do you have here? What's happened here, Captain? Who are these men? Bloody inmates thought they'd come out here and play at being swashbucklers, as if all Teach is going to let a bunch of scurvy landlubbers board the Gypsy Shadow. I just gave them what was coming to them, laddie. Nicely done, Captain. Let's get out of here. I won't be sad to leave this place behind. Looks like we'll be heading back to Ashbury then. Ready when you are. Oh, flint napping even, not just stone, but flint. Still the same. Almost. Thank you for rescuing me from that terrible island. The freedom was more than I could ever have hoped for. You are welcome, Cynthia. Good luck. Thank you for helping me. My pleasure. My pleasure. So here we are back on the mainland. And now we have the knowledge how to go to Will Clan. And that is exactly what we should do. And that will be next stream, I think. Because now I'll be traveling to Tarant. I'll be traveling to Tarant. And there I'll call it a stream because my throat is slowly dying and I have a call with my sister at 9 p.m. my time. And yeah, I must already be slowly finishing. White scarf. I don't need this white scarf anymore, so let's sell it. Normally I keep things around for ages, but I want to be better than that. Let's buy a new sword of defense. Virgil. If only he wasn't stupid enough to grab broken or useless items. Magnus, what do you have there? Yeah, some heavy stuff. Do I have place for those things? Yes, I do. And I'm gonna sell them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. This trader seems to have quite an impressive amount of coin. I suspect the dagger that we have here is dagger of speed, so I don't care. Let's do quick identification. Gauntlets. Baneful gauntlets. Yeah, they are gonna kill anyone very fast. The necklace, serpentine necklace, poison heal rate x2, bad reaction adjustment -5. What else? The ring. The ring might be expensive though. I'm not gonna identify it with this trader. Guard, do you have something? No, you do not. Then wait a second. Where is my sword? Quick sword. I used to. Yeah, it's with Jaina somehow. And Wallinger, you have nothing. So this sword is not broken. Wait a second. Balanced sword. And it's just a sword, not a balanced sword, so I should also sell it. 76 coins. Yep, let's go. Virgil, will you grab the gauntlets if I give them to you? Yes, you will, you idiot. Why are you doing that? They're cursed. What's your problem, Virgil? Should I give him the gloves of dexterity, but they don't really protect? Maybe they will prevent Virgil from grabbing. No. Unfortunately, he just refuses to behave. Everybody has. So they will all. Bad reaction adjustment -5. What does that mean even? 62 if I put it on. 62 is the same. Can you tell me of the Will Clan? Nothing. Alright. I suppose we just have to proceed and go to that lady that will identify the ring for us, and then travel to Tarant. In Tarant we sell the loot that we'll be getting on the way. Of course, someone will try to kill us in the meantime, in the process. And then I'll save the game and we'll meet each other later, probably tomorrow. Probably not. Why is my throat so weak so far? It's just a shame. Maybe because I ran 12 kilometers today. Maybe it's the still post effect after my
What is it?
illness. Ring of poison resistance. Interesting. Virgil thinks that this ring is worse than ring of poison resistance. Okay, then let's
Yes,
give
sir.
this one to Gar, which does almost nothing, but okay. Glad I could make it. Hope you throw the cars soon. Have a good evening. Thank you, Nicholas. I was thrilled to talk to you. Thank you for being such an active commentator as always, and making the stream truly enjoyable and conversational, and suggesting cool topics to discuss, and a nice portion of humor and super engaging topics. It's always delightful experience to talk to you, indeed. And I also wish you a great weekend. Interestingly, no one assaulted us, so maybe it's even better because there is less assault on my throat in this case, so I don't have to comment. And yeah, so I think we've sold all the trash. We've got nothing to do immediately at this point. We might give
What is it?
Virgil those ancient items, though. Cathorn crystal is not necessary, as we know now. Yeah, Cathorn crystal will not be at all relevant, so we can get rid of it. I still have enough bullets on me, so no need to replenish that as well. Yeah, and yeah, the dog is alright. Hale and hearty. So how many minutes have I streamed for today? It's been 3 hours and 43 minutes, so let's make it, what, 3:45 approximately. That will be, oh, it's getting harder and harder. 925 minutes. Plus, did I say 35 or 45? 45. Plus 45, that will be 1010, right? And 1010 plus 180, that will be 1190. 1190 minutes. Okay. Yeah. So, we should have taken a screenshot of what we are to do next, right? Something interesting, something catchy, something that will get people's attention, huh? Maybe the map? Dungeon of the Dragon Pool. Well, can I do that though? So the boil, no return service. We'll run out of the boil. Yeah, and Will Clan. Yeah, I think this is interesting enough. It's recognizable. It's recognizable, so we'll take a screenshot of this. Will Clan. And that's it. That's it. Thanks to everyone for being with me silently. Thanks to Nicholas, of course, and to Michal Demiratsky, whose nickname was changed by YouTube somehow, and I did not recognize him on the spot, but well, I did as I read the nickname once again in my mind. I think I can guess that my girlfriend has been watching. So Alice, my deepest gratitude for your attention, and I hope everything is all right there. And yeah, everyone else who's been here, there are 5 people on YouTube I can see, and probably somebody on Twitch or Good Game or VK potentially. So thanks for all your attention, and looking forward to talking to you in the following episode that will probably happen tomorrow, if I manage to find time for that, which I'm hoping I will. But just stay tuned, and have a beautiful weekend ahead, everyone. Take care, and cheers.